Good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one used. I was like, barnacle gun. Like I can vaguely picture what that would be, but.
That's fun grappling hook properties.
This is a.
Have you been in it?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Just curious as to what this is. So is it an expansion pack, basically?
Yeah, so it was the first official expansion pack for the main game. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Brought to us by Gearbox and Randy Pitchford.
Yeah, so I remember that aspect kind of weirdly because they handled the Dreamcast port, right? The cancelled one.
Yeah, they did Blue Shift, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
I often wondered if. I often wondered if that was called a Blue Shift because of the Dreamcast logo being blue, but then it was red in America, so I'm guessing probably not.
Yeah, and orange in Japan, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about orange in Japan. Yeah.
Never know why they changed that for over here, but I do prefer the blue that we got.
Yeah, blue looks lovely. I mean, it's such a classy. I mean, that should look really naff, that logo, but it just looks really nice.
Yeah, it works really well.
Ah, get away. Yes.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Ah, damn it.
I do miss the days of the Dreamcast. I mean, I know we've got it good now, and I wouldn't go back to having vastly inferior ports and things, but I do miss the days of getting that machine and actually putting a game on and it feeling like an arcade, like actually feeling like a real arcade game in your home. It's like, oh my god.
It's like putting on Crazy Taxi and going, holy shit, it's the arcade game.
Yeah,
exactly, just the arcade game.
Soul Calibur is just like, Jesus Christ.
I played so much of that game.
Welcome back to the stage of history.
That was really be back playing the second one on Switch 2. The first two games are the ones I played the most of that. So,
yeah, I'd seen that you'd streamed some of it, Jason.
I was terrible at it. I'd forgotten everything. Link's implementation is so cool in that.
Yeah, Link fit really, really well into it.
Where are these like bomb flowers on the wall?
Yeah, you can shoot them and the wee kind of green ball thing will pop out and bounce about and explode, but they're also ammo for one of the alien guns.
I just keep picking them up and I'm like, okay, but to what end? To what end am I doing this? That's cool.
I hate when you walk around with just something crap like a pistol and it's like, oh, please don't run into Devlin, please don't. Oh no.
Oh no, he's got the saw or whatever it's called.
I don't know if it's carried over me being the skeleton. If it has, we're having skeleton duels right there.
Yeah.
I purposely chose it. I got some inspiration. It's not helping.
Oh no. I promise I only did it for the novelty without any knowledge that was the cheapest gear option.
Yeah.
Fair play, Mark, but that's the kindest way to offer having a 1v1 fight in the supermarket. Apart from someone. Fair play. I don't know that we'll see that till the end. Appreciates the note and all the same.
I'm just trying to imagine you having a square go 1v1 on a car park. That's what stripped to the waist, come on.
If it's hard to imagine, that's for good reason. I'm the least friendly.
Yeah, with the old like
yes, yeah.
I will get it killed with the keyboard.
You just playing the keyboard.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, what happened there?
Just gone full hipster.
Partying like it's 1992 again.
Oh, come on.
I'll turn around.
Oh, thank God. I wasn't going to be killed by peds, fuck's sake.
I got some
Casting keyboard over there.
It's not my choice.
What happened to your mouse?
The battery's died.
Oh, damn. Yeah, at that point, Peds, that's if I score any wins, this is a win in itself. I think that's where the stakes go. Come that kind of situation.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you, Barbara. Sorry to hear the inbox at work left you in the worst mood. I think many of us can relate to that.
Oh, yes.
I've been fairly lucky on that front. Certainly, I don't have the emotional resilience to not have something like that ruin my day. I totally get that. He did very well considering that. I don't know why I could. Like, are you aiming with the number pads?
Oh, what the fuck?
Heads, I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
The
problem with this keyboard is it's one of those function ones, so if I'm pressing certain keys and functions,
Oh no.
it messes up, so I can't even use my keyboard fully. I'm gonna get a new keyboard.
Have you got a gamepad? You could maybe try that. I mean, it's not going to be much better, but... You can channel your inner Cora.
One kill.
Got this
Cora is
pulsating.
this cold powered laps. What's going on here? Can't move.
My gun was pulsating just then, man.
I appear to be stuck. Still
I'll kill you, where are you?
by the tank.
I think I know where that is.
I'm back. I could have lured you into my trap then, couldn't I? How heroic.
Oh, I'm stuck, said the spider to the fly.
Yeah, what are you doing, Stepheads?
Hi Sammy, good games again on Basic Transform yesterday. We had some on keyboard on that actually, so there you go, friends. Racing games also not ideal. Keyboard best.
God damn it.
I used to play a lot. Of platformers on keyboard. Make on Archimedes.
Wow, yeah, man.
I remember playing All of Duty Nukem that way.
Oh wow!
I tried Mouse and Cooper and I hated it. I couldn't see why people liked it.
Oh wow! That's a hard
There's always
game as
one.
well.
Yeah. Well, you got me there. I fell for that one.
Indeed.
Yeah, I found that game hard enough with mouse and keyboard. There's so many traps. Oh, hi, Brizzaroni as well. Hope you're doing well, friends. How's it going?
Hey, I feel bad. It looks like you're playing against one of your kids or something.
Oh.
Come on, no!
Oh.
Damn it.
Yeah, honestly, if I've only got the handgun as my only gun, I fancy my chances. Oh, surprisingly effective. No, I guess the resolution I set this at, I can't make out.
Yeah, it's done it to all of us.
Oh, okay, good.
It's the pits.
We're like Brundlefly, we're all merged together.
Yeah.
It's like abstract art.
But yeah, Jonathan, I know exactly what you mean. I remember back in the day playing all those old games on, like, you know, keyboards, because that's just what you had, you know.
Yeah.
Like my BBC Micro, having to play all those games.
Yeah, I guess a lot of microcomputer stuff, right? All those joysticks that for some reason only had one button, even well into the Amiga era.
Ah, damn it. With where I spawned, I had no choice but to try that, so.
I always remember at primary school, loving parents' evening because they had an Archimedes, so I could play Lander, the Zarch demo.
Oh yes, yeah, nice. Yeah,
And
it
my
was very...
teacher thought it was hilarious. I was like, "Oh, excuse me, can I play Lander, please?"
So polite, fair play.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was mostly, well, the BBC Micro was kind of mostly an education film, but the Archimedes especially was. Like, we only had one because my dad brought it home from his school, yeah. That's where I first played Lenin, so very, very formative.
My battery's in there working for a minute.
Oh yeah, you've only been charging it for like 10 minutes. It's not going to run very well.
You can't use it plugged in.
I was going to say,
Yeah, you get a USB-C cable or whatever, it should work wired.
oh, that fucking skeleton.
I don't think it does.
Skelly bastard.
Have a goddamn sandwich.
Oh, I blew my...
That's the message Cheeky leaves for skeletons and dogs.
Really? You just spawning me in the same fucking place?
That was funny.
Not for me.
But I'm less concerned about your fun pets than I'm mine, so yeah.
You've got quite a few on me, pals. Fair play.
Yeah.
Also, this seems to happily respawn you right next to the fight you were just in.
Good shot, bastard.
Thank you for the...
I like that's pretty quite of the evening, isn't it? I'm less concerned about your fun than I am mine.
I know.
I've had my fun, and that's all that matters.
That's the energy of Tommy Lee Jones talking to Jim Carrey, not sanctioned. Or whatever the line was.
Unsection your I mean, chill out, Tommy. I mean, come on, if
Well, it was just like, look what film you're in. Like, Batman Forever was a very tomfoolery kind of film. It's certainly that version of Two-Face was.
Yeah.
Must be. I wonder if he thought he was signing on for something a bit different. I wonder if he's like, like I'm going to be really serious and I got peds.
He thought he was going to get like Aaron Eckhart's
Shotgun.
He disappeared, Aaron Eckhart. Like, he was so big in Dark Knight. He was in fact just smoking before that, and just barely anything after that.
Yeah. It was strange.
Aaron Eckhart.
Yeah. I can't remember again. They did after Batman.
I think there was like a bad Dracula film.
Wasn't the third Batman film meant to be a lot different how it ended up being the editing stuff?
Apparently, yeah. There is apparently a different cut of it that adds in a lot more Bruce Wayne psychology stuff and.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, is that for Batman Forever? Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. Dark Knight Rises at first, but yeah, I think they're still like, that's one of those films people still want an ideal cut of, and it's just never happened for whatever reason. Yeah, to be fair, I think that was Joel Schumacher's initiative to kind of try and go introspective.
Joel Schumacher.
He's made good stuff, and he took Batman and Robin on the chin. He did what
we
the
all
studio.
took Batman and Robin on the chin.
I mean, he did what the studio. He did what the studio wanted. Like, okay, make us a big toy commercial, basically.
Oh.
Funny, my shotgun's gone from being like, I am done, to not hitting anyone now.
It's weird that it does that.
All your luck has run out, man. Yeah.
See the skeleton bleed. Well, to be fair, does it have... Might still have internals? I'm trying to make out.
Do you bleed?
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
Cool. I was just about to run. You know, when that gun hurts you. I was just about to do it, then I walked to the pace.
Took the brunt of it.
Just kept running circles, yeah. I feel like I'm just saying that my egg was terrible.
Yeah. Ah, son of a...
Oh, damn. Some violent gunfire going on something. I can't see where you are.
There's just a room we all keep like going around in circles. Just awkwardly missing most of our shots.
Oh, I got trip mine.
Yeah, I can't believe when you walked into that and I thought you'd seen it.
Like,
yeah, the other pistol was pretty good.
yeah, great sound on it.
Yeah.
God, my mouse hand's got pins and needles in it.
I do love mouse and keyboard, but you can run into that, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't I think I'm kind of holding my elbow up.
I'm just gonna proper have keyboard pins and needles.
I'm all good. I'm using the mouse again for now. Hopefully it was long enough to last.
Oh, I just completely ruined that, didn't I?
That looked amazing from my point of view. Just like swing, 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 bang.
It really does love spawning you all in the same place, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's not a huge map, is it? Which is quite good for our player game.
Oh yeah, it's...
Yeah, that one map, didn't see a single person unless there's a bullet in my head. That was a fun map.
Oh. Cool, what a bad.
I go.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I hadn't, like I was going to say, I said if I hadn't remembered this, it would have been marathon again. So, well, we've still got 2 more marathon games to get through before the new one comes out. So
I haven't played any marathons up until the first marathon game. It wouldn't bother me. Well, it might bother me if it's shit, but it wouldn't bother me in the sense of I haven't played it.
yeah,
The optics aren't
they're all
looking
free.
great.
Anyway, so
The optics aren't looking great for the new one, to be honest.
no, definitely not.
I think they know this was going to happen.
Oh, dear.
All signs are pointing to what we all are expecting.
Jesus.
Yeah, but pretty crazy times Sony bought Bungie out. Retrospect.
Good.
Yeah,
It's like thing, I'm like playing it into the sand or something.
Well, there you can.
Oh, Armour, I knew Marathon had been delayed. I don't think I saw that it was indefinitely. Oh, wow.
yeah, they've not given it a date yet.
Oh, really? Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, Sturgeon.
No, no. It's worse than that.
That's got to be so shit working on that, just thinking like we're done for.
Yeah. I often hear that people who work on like bad games, they know way ahead of time. There's only so much you can tell them. Yeah, Marco.
13 kills with a keyboard
Frantic little
only.
winner.
Well done. I am gonna go
Well done.
and see the dog. Yes.
Cool, cool. Well,
Cheers,
thank
lads.
you, as always.
That's good. That.
Yeah, we'll do some more of this next week, I think.
Oh, we know this map, don't we?
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. That some of them seem to be maps from the first game, just kind of repurposed and reworked a wee bit.
Interesting. If you get my Steam list on, this is my main gaming computer.
Mhm.
Like most of my installed Steam stuff is all from this night. There's very little other games on there. There's a couple of sim stuff. It's like GoldenEye Source and Half-Life 2 and things. GoldenEye Source is good.
GoldenEye Source was great.
Vote that one in again.
Yeah, once I'm able to get my server PC up and running again.
Oh yeah, I forget some of them take some extra fiddling, don't they?
Yeah, anything that needs me to run a dedicated server, basically. It's just easier if I can run it on a separate computer.
Yeah, I can't believe there are options like that.
Yeah. But luckily we've got plenty of things we can play without needing to do that.
Oh, cheers, Alex. Thanks for playing, man.
Cheers,
marathon.
Yeah,
See you later. Alright.
catch
Take
up.
care, man.
Cheers, man. Bye.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Barbara, this is the version of Green Hill Zone we heard in the UK
Dude.
growing up, because it's the PAL 50Hz slower version, yeah.
Oh, there's something undeniably chill about those 50Hz versions, I'm not gonna lie.
There is, especially like Starlight Zone.
Yeah, Starlight Zone's probably the best.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't be surprised to hear you'd have to drag me kicking and screaming back when I play that one.
Oh yeah,
That
absolutely. I would
version
never
again.
play those versions again, but I don't know if I could avoid it, but
Yeah.
yeah. So I remember the first time going back to those versions after I getting used to playing on emulators and just being like, what the fuck is going on here? What the hell? It's like treacle.
And Mega Drive was weird with that, because some games they did slow the audio down, like Sonic 1's probably the most famous example. But there's even stuff that came out like in 95, like Vector Man and Fantasy Star 4, that the music was slowed down as well, and then
Yeah?
there's like earlier games like Golden Axe as well when they didn't.
Yeah. I don't know most of it was down to whether or not they optimised it for PAL.
They usually do.
Yeah, a lot of the time they did. Yeah, that's why you would end up with, or if they did, it would be like the most bare bones optimization they could, where they get it to the game would run at the right speed, but you'd end up with like the letterboxing that we would get instead.
Yeah, I think it was only like the 3D area you start to see. Sometimes they would, you would not get the. Well, it's funny because I'm so fussy about aspect ratios now. It's horrifying to think most of the games I played growing up were squashed because of that. Like they do look really good to me now. Yeah.
It's so weird, especially when especially SNES, especially is where I notice it. It's like you see stuff like Street Fighter 2 and we've got it, and it does. It's got like massive black bars at the top and bottom, and it's like because they haven't accounted for the the extra screen space that you get on PAL.
Yeah, they usually didn't, or I guess maybe couldn't. Street Fighter's a funny example because I think that looks like 32 by 9 or something. Because it already had borders originally, and it just gets squashed even more. Yeah.
The good old days.
We were praising the Dreamcast earlier. One of the many cool things about as far as I know, the first PAL console to support 60 Hz.
Yeah, that was when I first started seeing it.
Yeah, so.
I was always lucky though in that, by the time that came around, the TVs that supported it, so
Yeah.
I don't remember ever having one like that where I couldn't, use the 60 Hz option thing.
Well, I feel like TV supported 60 Hz over here longer than you might assume they did based on the
Yeah, I
history.
think it was around about the mid to late 90s is when it basically became standard because it was easier for them to keep it all in there.
Yeah, I remember we had like maybe one bedroom TV that the Dreamcast couldn't, like it would be black and white if you tried 60 Hz on it, and like the rest of it was fine.
Yeah, wouldn't go back to it.
You still run into it occasionally if they do like say PS1 games on PSN.
Yeah, Sony are well, I say it's been a while, were really bad for that. It was just like, let's just put whatever version we're going to do, but nah. When it was the PS Mini, or the PlayStation 1 Mini thing.
Yes.
Like, so even though it was, because I think it was developed over here, presumably, and for whatever reason they picked the PAL ROMs for all the games, or for some of them.
Yeah,
so
it was
like,
for
even
some of them,
Americans were like, what the fuck is this shit? It's
Now
like,
you guys know what it's like.
welcome to the 90s in the UK.
Yeah. Oh, that was bizarre. I don't know that.
Yeah, Sony are really weird about these things.
They got better by letting you pick the most recent one. The problem that you do run into is if you want European language support, sometimes the PAL versions are the only options, and not really an easy way around. Like, I guess ideally have support for them, but also in the nicest way possible, have text beforehand saying, warning, this version of the game sucks. You probably don't want to do it.
Yeah, I guess we're lucky, I guess, that, English speaking, so we can just play the American versions, and it makes no difference, really. Although I suppose, obviously, some games had, especially like Japanese games, had different translations, depending on where the port was released.
Yeah.
Which was quite common.
A good point, because like quite a few like 16-bit RPGs you can get over here, but at least we can play like the American versions if it comes to it. It's a lot of those games, I don't think they got like French translations or similar for years.
Oh yeah, because they would do all the European stuff had to be on the same cart or the same disc or whatever, so that's why we had to wait a long time sometimes for them. Even though it's like, there's an English language ready to go, and just release the fucking thing. I was like, no, we need to make sure the French are fine, and you're like, bloody French.
Got 1 HP then.
Oh, hi, Kendall. You're right. Yeah, I tend to go live around, well, a bit late today. Yeah, I tend to go live around this time on Wednesdays. That's where the subscription loads can help on that. Yeah, we'll follow it though. But yeah, hope you're doing well, Kendall. Yeah, it still feels weird to be there being like old Valve games I still don't. But yeah, I don't have any of the Half-Life 1 expansion. I mean, aside from this one.
You don't have Blue Shift, no?
No, I'll next time they go on sale, I assume they'll be like set off or something, right? So I'll grab them then.
Yeah, I think to be fair, I think there's a Steam. I think the summer sales are later this month.
Nice.
So I would imagine they'll be dirt cheap at that point. But it's not one I would. You wouldn't need to get it for this. Blue Shift doesn't have a multiplayer mode.
Ah, fair. I didn't know any of these games, to be fair. It's cool, this one.
Yeah, this one's. That's what we were kind of. Me and Victor were talking about when. When we first started, was like Half-Life was a game I got for like doing well in my exams that year, and then. I think the next Christmas, I got Opposing 4 to ask for that for my Christmas.
That is an excellent doing well in your exams game.
It was. I was just like that was that year, man. Oh, so many games.
It's quite sizable as well, right?
Yeah, big game.
Yeah, like Black Mesa, which is how I finally played it. That definitely took me quite a while. I still do want to play the original bit.
Bastard!
I heard you coming up the ladder.
I was trying to take my time, like, is he about? I saw you running there, but obviously I was too loud.
Got a machine gun.
Cheapest bad, yeah. Did you believe I'd never seen The Sixth Sense until the last few days?
Really? Wow.
I knew the twist. I mean, it's not to.
Yeah, at this point, it's it's hard enough to know.
I was trying to figure out if I could have guessed it, because I'm not very good at guessing twists, but I mean, it's hard to say it without the lens of knowing the twist, but it feels like it's quite obvious. Like,
it's one of those, like you said, it's one of those kind of obvious in hindsight type things. You're like, that all makes, okay, right, and you watch it back knowing it, and you're like, Yeah, that's cool.
It's
Yeah,
just
Sixth
sad.
Sense is really good.
It still holds up, yeah, it's still very effective. Haley Joel Osment. I did have Kingdom Hearts music into my head for the appearance because of doing voices in that, but he is genuinely excellent. Yeah, great Bruce Willis.
Yeah. One of the best, I think.
It's wild just how big that film was. Like, I think it was the second biggest film that year after The Phantom Menace, like box office wise.
Was it that year?
Yeah, it was 99, yeah. Like, there's a reason that Mighty Shyamalan got so many like blank checks after that to varying degrees of success in it.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that, to be fair.
Yeah.
Plus, it was like nobody was really making films like that at that point, you know? It's like nobody had done anything like that in years.
Yeah.
So, well, not that I remember seeing anyway.
It felt quite almost 70s in a way. Like, maybe it
Yeah, it
reminds me
feels like
The
an old
Exorcist.
school kind of ghost story
Yeah.
in a lot of ways.
$40 million budget, which well, probably quite a lot at that time. You know, not a huge amount. It is actually quite a quiet film in a lot of ways, but yeah, it was fun reading impressions of people who just completely had their mind melted at the revelation. At the end. I was jealous I couldn't have that experience, but there's been plenty of cases and twists that just melted my mind. I've been quite lucky. It's inevitably it's going to be so good to get spoiled, like, especially when they're now. I don't blame people wanting to talk about them. Ah! Was that a shotgun you had there?
Yeah, I was trying to miss my last 6 health. I was just like, I can't believe I'm still here.
That's why I got that kill there, though. This layout reminded me of, what's that GoldenEye map? With like a lot of events.
Yeah,
has these
I'm
kind
not
of
sure.
has these kind of walkways that go up like second floor.
City? No, it's not the city.
Not describing it very well.
Don't make me good.
No,
I
no,
can-
okay.
They,
Okay.
We're just ignoring you, Ben.
There's nothing there.
We're waiting for you to say something worth responding to, but yeah.
oh no. Ed's was like, I had so many Sixth Sense thoughts and you missed them. Oh my god, this weapon, what on earth? what?
Barnacle, yeah. So saying you can use it to latch onto organic material. Okay. So you can use it as a grappling hook as well, and yeah, it's a fun wee weapon.
People,
Yes, and it'll suck people to death. Yes.
It looks like a cartoon ham we pick it up.
Yeah, it does a bit.
Like Tom and Jerry style. But can you... Oh wow. I'm trying to figure out the range of it. It doesn't seem too long.
It's got a reasonable range on it. I think just depending on.
And then if your opponent has a shotgun, I guess it does get you just closer. 2 cent shotgun. Oh dear. Hiya Melvo. Hiya Lightwin. Yeah, Lightwin, I've not seen the DK Bonanza Direct just to keep the game mostly a surprise, but I've heard people saying it was amazing.
yeah, I haven't watched it for the same reason, just not to know. I like don't mind watching the review and trailer after. I'm like, I'll just play the game and then have surprises instead of being shown them beforehand.
Yeah, I was already. So, all I need to know is that people say it looks good. Okay, cool. I know a few people were saying that they weren't that bothered for it until now, and then they watched the direct and were like, actually, yeah, actually, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah, I got that impression. 'Cause I did hear some people who played like the demos when they did those recently, and some people weren't completely sold on it. Maybe it's a hard game to demo with the kind of strange focus on destruction. But yeah, delighted to hear good things.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Ow! Ow, pits.
Some weird ant gun.
Yeah, it's I don't know what it's called, but yeah, it shoots the kind of electric bolts which recharge. So you don't pick up ammo for it, it just comes back after a minute.
Oh, nice Nightwind. Yeah, we were talking about the Dreamcast version of Half-Life. We've been playing quite a lot of Half-Life lately, actually. It's Cheeky's awesome idea to play this variant today, which we've never played.
Yeah, I've never played the multiplayer on this, so yeah.
Damn you, Chazam!
It is fun to have weapons that play into the more kind of biological aspect of Half-Life side.
Yeah. What was like Opposing Force added in like a new alien race thing, you know, so it's like it's not the same monster that adds in a whole load of new aliens and alien weapons from this other dimension or something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
But you know, they've never been referred to again. It's like they are not canon.
I was going to ask how canonical. The answer's not very, so.
Well, we're still waiting to see the main guy from Opposing Force again.
Oh, did it do a sequel tease that never got resolved?
Well, yeah, I mean, the end of it is exactly the same as the main game. You know, G-Man thumbs up and goes, "Yes, very good. We'll put you on ice in case we need you later." And then, you know, so Gordon got brought back, but Adrian Shepard is still MIA.
Died on his way to his home. Something. Yeah, because I guess did Valve really do expansion packs themselves? Maybe there's like obvious examples.
No, not themselves. Apart from the episodes, but that was more of a continuation than it was an expansion pack. Right?
Yeah.
But no, they never did any kind of classic expansion packs on this themselves. They did the end thing and farmed them out to another developer. In this case, Gearbox.
I suppose to this day, like maybe that was similar to someone went up to them and went, "Hey, do you want us to port Portal 1 and 2 to Switch?" And they said, "All right."
Yeah, pretty much. I think I imagine there was some kind of license thing, with the guy, we're looking for people to do an expansion pack. Anyone want to do it? Yeah. Gearbox was full of X3D Realms folk as well, so.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because they all came obviously with like Duke Nukem and stuff like that, so.
Yes, there was actually a Duke Nukem connection there already for the latest stuff. Oh, Melba, the previous song was the Stage 1 music from Metal Slug 3, which is an amazing, insane game, especially the last stage.
I have not played Metal Slug in years.
That third one is especially played. The final level just goes up to space and back, and it's basically as long as all the levels are.
Yeah.
It's
so long to play through.
I'm so hot, guys. I might die.
Oh no.
I don't like
warm down your way.
Yeah.
No, you're not too bad.
You're in Scotland, man. It's probably snow there right now.
Parts of it, probably, yeah.
I'm not sure I'm killing it if it's Devlin or Cheeky or Jasmine, because you both have the same skin or very similar skins. Change them, goddammit.
No. I don't even know what skin I've got. I don't actually. Now that I think about it, I haven't really set myself up for this.
Oh, actually, I see. I assume it had kept me as the skeleton, but I'll be the robot. Although, actually, will it change?
No, I'm just Shepherd, that's fine. Okay, yeah, we don't want that.
I think I'm the robot now. I'm not going to be a funny skeleton now, I'm going to be a funny robot.
Yes.
All-Star Deathmatch Candy by Martin Candyman Gazzari. blew myself again.
I alt tabbing in and out of the game. It's kind of messed up my mouse controls.
Yeah.
Cool. Means it's easier to kill.
Oh, right, go for Jasmine, go for Jasmine, go for Jasmine.
No. Yeah, they're really jittery. They just sort of
Just using keyboard, you'll be fine.
Going in that.
Jasmine just left again.
I thought there'd no people about, yes? Or did an issue with some people not having the game? Or work?
I don't know. I think I did look at it on my friends list, and most people had it. I know Jen didn't have it, but then he said he might not make it tonight anyway because he's got work stuff tomorrow. But even then, he said he would probably buy it because it is only like £4.20 on Steam at the moment.
That's not bad. I can't remember. I bought like a pack of Half-Life stuff, I think, or Valve stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do like, hey, buy this Valve Mega Pack for £100 and you get 9 million games.
Back in the day when Steam sales were absolutely legendary, it's like, holy shit, I can buy this brand new game for 90% off. Okay. And you'd buy ridiculous compilation packs of here's every id Software game for a tenner. It's like, fucking hell.
But do you remember they used to do like daily things, didn't they? Where
Yeah.
within the sales
They stopped doing them, didn't they, for refunds?
Yeah.
They put refunds in, and that's the reason why, I think. I don't know why that means you can't.
Yeah, it was part of that. Plus, a lot of people didn't like it because it was like, well, hang on a minute, we're going to miss this deal because I'm at work or something like that, or
Yeah. It might be
So
a
I
fair
can
trade.
understand why.
Yeah. Might be a fair trade. Yeah, super cool. I've had that.
I'm assuming the game Twister, not the film Twister.
Oh no, I did mean the film. Sorry, I didn't really give context because Zero's said hunker it down for a thunderstorm with added laser watch.
Ah.
Oh wait, unless that's a Half-Life thing. Oh, I'm being daft up. I assumed it was like storm chasers. Like sort I like this weird cartoon hand weapon. I don't know if I'm very good at it. Yeah, maps are good at this.
Yeah, they're not bad.
But they're as good as marathon maps. One day I will find
Well,
out.
nothing is quite like a marathon map. That said, I mean, there was at least one level that we played when we did marathon that I thought had some fun ideas. Do you remember there was the one that had the kind of, it was like
I thought marathon was like really popular back then. Or was that like single player?
It was if you were a Mac player. If you had a Mac, nobody else gave a shit.
Oh.
Right.
But yeah, no, one of the multiple maps had a kind of, it was like a weird corridor that if you went down a certain way it teleported you to a different part of the map, and it was weird, almost like weird twisted corridors that don't make logical sense. But it was quite well done.
I think it's
The
like
rest of the game wasn't that great, you know.
no.
I mean, I didn't hate it, but it was
Well, I think it's what
Is
you
it
were
the
saying,
worst-
Pez.
Is it the worst one you've played so far, guys?
probably. Yeah.
Which is pretty good track.
To be fair, you've been playing
That's
stuff
the
like
word.
Doom and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
Ah!
Wait, what? Jasm, you stole that kill, you bastard. Is that way I thought I'd killed you, Peds? I was like, I never. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, I thought you did as well.
Why did Jasm get the credit? I was like, oh god, he's in the sniper right.
I've not been a very
found
good.
it.
I've not been a very good shot at that. I've missed most of them. Actually, I don't know that I want to swap the grenades there necessarily. Oh, I did right. That was so.
Grenades blew me up.
Well, that like a small point blank range, it probably wasn't the best way to. Just about right. It was kind of a. All right, let's see what weapon comes up next. I think the last one. Yeah, I think it's like you were saying, Peds, where I think the single player aspect, I understand people like the marathon games for their storytelling quite a bit, which, I don't know.
Yeah. I'll give them that. Bungie know how to do their kind of lore and stuff for their games, so
Yeah.
I think it does have that, from a single player perspective at least.
Yeah, which especially at the time must have been quite novel for that genre.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried playing it back when we were, having a shot in the multiplayer. It was okay, but I was like, I'm not really sure I want to spend a lot of time with this. Hey, Dobo.
I don't know.
Hello.
Talk about how good marathon is. Give it to him. It looked like he was Superman flying through the air.
Yeah, when you use the barnacle to grapple, yeah, it's fun.
Oh, that's what that was. Well, well done whoever won. No, we don't really know.
The Chachik bits. Won. Oh, we're back on this one.
Yay, my favourite map. Did not like this map,
Oh, wow.
personally.
With the scale of it.
Oh, I really enjoyed this map once I kind of got the hang of what was happening. And the best way to move about. Yeah. Barnacle is your friend on this map.
I'm not, so it's just kind of turbo firing for me if I hold the button down. I want to... No, with the barnacle there. I want to...
With the Barnacle, as long as you're aiming at something organic, if you press it once, it should just like press and hold
got
it,
you.
and it'll stay.
Nice,
If
yeah.
it starts going in and out, it means it's not properly hooked onto it.
Nice, yeah, I just managed it now, yeah. Because I was just trying to grab on 20 service, really, which, that's quite fair. Oh yeah, the range is quite good on there.
There's a good recent Quake mod that adds in like a fun kind of grapple hook type thing. And it works in more or less the same way, you know, certain surfaces that you can latch onto, and yeah, it's good fun.
I like the sculpture noises it makes.
Yeah.
I get a couple more kills and then never get away anymore.
Maybe we should try and remember our school. I mean, I definitely would have if I tried.
And your weird suction noises. Kind of like that. Sounds pretty gross.
About which gearbox employee you hearing that? Don't comment about.
I'm getting more kills than normal in this map.
Maybe not, huh?
No, it is yet.
Have you been there, Ben?
Not too bad. Been a bit of an unusual couple of weeks now. Well, week actually.
Yeah.
So, when I last spoke to you, I was looking forward to the boys' sports day. And that didn't materialise because his school flooded.
Oh.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, he was not in school on Thursday or Friday or Monday, and he went in on Tuesday. So and then on Monday my car broke down big time, and it's going to cost £600 to fix. So yeah,
One of those weeks.
one of them weeks, yeah. And it's more the thing is, right, we've got the money, so fixing it isn't really the issue, right? I just
Just
hate
a
having to sort
pain in
things
the
out.
arse.
I just hate it. I hate having to like organise and have my car in a place and just do all of that crap. I just hate it. Like,
Yeah, that's something.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than having to adult.
Yeah, the one time my comprehensive school flooded, I was ill in school, and I just slept for the day, woke up, and just heard about this mad story of people being on like tables and stuff.
yeah.
Just the water just got everywhere. Yeah, definitely a few days out. So,
Yeah.
are they delaying the sports day then for your?
Yeah, it's tomorrow, but I can't go.
Oh no!
Always the way.
See him, do you know what I mean? Get to the bathroom.
What are you doing?
Come to the dog again.
In your bed. In your bed.
Oh, what's done this way? A mad teleporter room thing that I've never seen.
Do you know what? Do you know what this gun that I've just got is? That is blatantly, that's going to be what it was. You know the alternate fire for the Overwatch rifle, not the
Yeah, the machine gun. Yeah, the
Half-Life 2.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
he needed to reload and took advantage of me.
Just glad I've actually got a couple of kills now. Absolutely appalling.
I think this map is neat, but I'm not very good at it.
I like how vertical it is.
It's got a wrench as well instead of a. Well done.
Ah, damn you!
Does the green kind of liquid, does that hurt us on the bar?
No, it doesn't seem to.
Absinthe, yes.
Absinthe hurts us all.
Oh, no.
Because,
I don't think I deserve thanks for the amount of shots I think to get you with a shotgun from water away.
Oh, you got the shotgun there.
Really embarrassing.
Oh, no.
So have you guys all been good?
Good,
yeah,
thank you.
not bad, not bad.
What do I complain about?
Too hot. Don't like hot weather.
I assume it's mostly been pretty cloudy and maybe a little bit more by you've been as well, right, guys? Last month. That's been in South Park.
It's for me, it's been warm and then pissing down and still warm, and now it's just hot. I'm supposed to get in like 30 odd degrees or something by the end of the week.
We're gonna call it tonight.
Look.
Oh. Do you have a fan near you where you play already?
Yeah, we'll have a fan, and I'll have to sit in my pants.
Make sacrifices that I'm glad we can't see scores now, so they're going to be found in Yeah, a cool map.
That's it. Long jump on this one.
Was that the long jump that Bale really liked?
Yes, I think so.
I always forget, how do you do that?
As you're running forward, crouch and then jump.
Yes. I don't think that, like, that ability was in, like, Half-Life 2 and stuff. I don't have a good sense of how much damage the
Yeah, I don't know how much it's doing, you know, at any given point.
if any, really.
Ah, fell!
Oh wow! You jump into that, you don't know.
Yeah, I won.
I was mid-grapple.
Yeah.
Kind of freaked out a wee bit. Lost out. Feel better, run. Aw, they came back.
Stay still and let me shoot you.
Oh, I lost all my fun for this. They used them all up again.
Oh no.
I was just holding up that head.
Yeah.
You with the charger while using it?
No, I just stuck the rechargeable batteries into the charger and give it 10 minutes and they're lasting long enough.
Is that what they made all those
I'm not
kills
going
you
back to keyboard only.
That was what made all those kills you got the last map even worse. All keyboards.
Would have been pretty cool, wouldn't it? For me, like.
You'll never take me alive, Kappa.
Genuinely like the last 20 minutes of 4 Lions.
Oh wow.
Closing in on you and then you...
Oh.
Man, I've not seen that movie at all. What's this?
Very early 2000s.
Yeah. Pretty sure the guy that plays Nandor in What We Do in the Shadows is in that.
Oh wow.
That's a great show if you haven't seen it.
I've not seen a huge amount, but anything I've seen has been a lot of sensible chuckle. It's just, yeah, it's very good. Speaking of 2000, well, I think this is late 2000 for the Epic Saxon. Good request, Marvel. A few fins I can accompany the image of.
Ah, no, pets, no. All I've got is grenades.
Fuck.
You did well there, because I got proper like, oh wait, where did he go?
Went and got a different gun.
Okay.
Different gun.
The lightning bug thing, yeah, don't use that underwater.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah. You know what I was just thinking, does this hurt when you do this? Yes, yes it does. Instant death.
Oh.
Represented now. I think this is 80s represented with Star Trek.
Of
Maybe late 70s.
yes. You've got me intrigued now.
I mean, Star Trek was proper in like cult following reruns to Oblivion territory by that point, right?
Oh yeah.
Certainly, I think it was. There's a UK joint, isn't it? Star Trek. It certainly has that.
Is that a UK song? It definitely seems like a kind of weird thing that you put out, yeah.
Oh, historical novelty.
I do love it.
I think Star Trek was. It's always been quite big in the UK ever since Star Trek has been big one.
Yeah, pretty much. It's always been kind of.
Well, I guess there's a reason there's a taste for Red Dwarf here, right?
Yeah, well, that's it. Some dwarf.
I mean, as far as novelty songs we've had requested on the channel, I'll take this over Crazy.
Where's my gun not firing?
Only the pistol part of the one.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, what was that double?
Only the pistol part of the one.
It's annoying. But I wasn't even underwater at one point, and it just wouldn't fire.
I like that, what was that, like a black scuba diving suit?
It's one of the assassins.
It looks a bit Power Rangers.
I was running behind you as you were laying your mines as well. I was like, just catching, getting past them before the lasers activated.
That was a very where's my shotgun though. I got it out like half a second before you got it. Oh! Never mind.
Give me the gun now. Let's see, Ped, do you want to let her 21 bullets?
And that was enough to kill me.
That was a terrifying sight, you just lunging towards me with crowbars. Yeah, I like when melee is quite good in the game.
Yeah.
Not that it's ever my first choice, but it does go
So hot.
No.
Don't like it.
I do find it tough to have headphones on for a while.
Says the guy who sits, well, plays VR for 3 hours in the blistering heat.
Really passes.
Jasmine, did you see the Beat Saber folk have said they're stopping support for PS4 and PS5?
Yeah, it's well bagged. I'm guessing that's like the least. I mean, it is the biggest VR game for us.
Yeah.
I assume maybe VR chat is like the biggest VR thing. I'm guessing maybe just PSVR 2 DLC sales on that show.
Yeah, so it'll be one of those things where there's just not enough people using it to warrant them supporting it any longer, you know?
Yeah, it is a shame. I mean, like 95% of my Beat Saber time, which apparently is over 100 hours now. I mean, I'm sure there's idle time in that, but almost all of that is through custom songs. Like, I think that is the deal for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I assume there's no way to do that. It's pretty understandable on the PlayStation.
Yeah, not on
version.
console, no.
Yeah.
Not that I'm aware of. I think you can on the MetaQuest version, because I know you can do stuff
Yeah.
on that. But whether or not you can do a Beat Saber, I don't know, but I would assume so. But
Yeah.
I was like, fucking Sony have just completely dropped the ball with VR this gen.
Well, they actually did have a few VR games in their last State of Play, which I actually thought was quite neat, but I was wondering, well,
Yeah,
realistically, what were the numbers?
The problem
on
is
these
the ones that they've got, none of them were exclusives. They were all going to other things as well. It's like, where's the incentive to buy a PS Vita, you know? As opposed to, you know, a Quest or whatever. It's a shame.
Well, I think at this
I don't
point,
especially like Meta. So.
understandably. I think at this point, unless Meta are funding you there's not really any reason to do a VR exclusive. And
Yeah.
I don't know how many more VR exclusives Meta are necessarily going to fund at this point in light of what a money hole it appears to have been for them.
Yeah. Just a shame that they put everything behind their wee walled garden before doing it and then go, oh, they're not making any money. Well, maybe that's because there's fucking only one thing that you can play the bloody things on. I get what they're doing, I get why they do it, you know, get people to buy their crap, but it's just like, VR's too niche to support that kind of walled garden approach at the moment.
It always struck me as a
It needs to be as open as possible.
Yeah, it always struck me as a weird fit for Facebook/Meta. Like
Well,
I don't think it's ever really gelled with. I mean, I like them losing money. I think that's good.
Yes.
But I guess them putting a lot into it. At least that did lead to some cool VR stuff.
Yeah.
Screw Meta.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind so much if it was like, okay, yeah, it's out in Meta first, and then, you know, like, you know, a year it comes to you know, Steam or whatever. But it just feels like, you know, no, we've just money hatted all this good shit. So you know, fuck you, basically.
Yeah, it's shame stuff like the Batman Arkham game. Like, yeah, I'd love to play that on PC VR.
Yeah. But don't get me wrong, I get it. I know they kind of helped fund a lot of these games. That's why there was a new Arkham game. It's because you know, Meta gave them a fuckload of money to make it. You know, so I get it, and there is a little, you know, I guess there is a little part that's just me just going fucking bastards. I'll move about that when I want it.
No, I get it.
Yeah, it'll be fun when the arse falls out and it's just left to the enthusiasts to, like, you know, support it, because that's when we'll start seeing fun stuff.
Yeah, but nice and hard. I got 3 kills, both of them, like all 3 of them heads. 2 of them were from like a foot away because he spawned immediately in front of me both times, and I just like no scoped him. So that was one of the worst.
Peds always has a bad time with that kind of thing.
Performances
I do,
ever.
yeah.
Poor Peds. I've found a train. Yay!
Yeah, it does seem a bit pointless for it to be exclusive as well, Tweaky, because Meta, the Quests are, as I understand it, they're by far the most popular headsets for PC VR as well, so I don't really...
It's because they're not cheap, but they're fairly reasonably priced, and you get all the stuff that Meta, you know, got themselves, and access to PC, so I get it. I mean, you know, if... You know, and it does... I don't know. Because my next headset is I hate to say it, but it is probably going to be one, simply because that's where everything is.
There aren't a huge amount of options, really, are there?
No, it's... Your options are PSVR, MetaQuest, or, you know, just a random PC headset and what's on Steam. Really.
Well, the Valve Index 2 has been rumoured for a long time, hasn't it? I don't know if that's still on the card.
I don't know. I can maybe see them putting out one last one and going, right, this is us for the time being. Because there's nothing... You know, it's not getting the support that it really needs these days. It's a shame.
It was always going to struggle a bit to kind of break out of its bubble. I think... Well, again, with the Meta, the Quest stuff, I think it being a standalone pick-up-and-play thing, that is the most mainstream and accessible it's gotten.
Yeah, definitely.
Be quite popular with younger audiences, especially doing. Yeah, I think it's just always going to be.
The kid have got a Meta Quest 3, and he plays mostly Gorilla fucking Tag, I think.
Yeah. That's one of the other huge VR ones. I assume that game's fairly what it says on the tin. I don't really know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never played it, but it's free on Meta Quest, and you have to pay for it on other platforms.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I think it's like 13 free on Meta Quest. So.
The thing is, I don't think I rarely actually finished games in VR.
It is more of a setup process, isn't it? That can make it a bit less. You might impulsively play it.
Yeah, I still haven't finished Alex, and I need to finish Alex because I was loved it.
Oh, same here.
And
I say this every week.
I don't understand how you can start Alex and not finish it. Fucking hell.
it was I went on holiday and she didn't come back.
Yeah. To be fair, yeah. finale's amazing on it.
Oh, it's so
thing
good.
is, someone in our house is too young to use a virtual reality headset, so someone in our house is not allowed to know it exists. And he's been going on, Dad, can we get a VR headset? Maybe one day, son. And it's like,
It's like, I've got one already and I'm depriving you of it.
once I did accidentally leave it charging, he just ran into the computer room, like did whatever he was doing and ran out. And I was like, oh, fair enough. And it's like, well, but then at the same time, it's like, I do kind of, yeah, I kind of want to let him have it because he's not far off, but it's like, at least someone will be playing it at this point. Do you know what I mean?
Oh. Who was sniping at me?
I can't believe that wasn't fatal. I mean, I don't know.
I suppose that's one of the good things about the Meta Quest. It's completely wireless, so you just pick it up and play.
Yeah.
Yeah, the immediacy of it. I'm only really fussed about PC VR myself, but I definitely understand the appeal of
Motherfucker!
the
I'm in the middle of
immediacy
charging up
of
my
that.
fucking suit.
Sorry. I just rolled into the station at the wrong time for you, pets. Ah, damn you, Jason! No! There's a train will go on its own. Forever.
That was like Resident Evil 4, like any kind of minecart section where you're like shooting up pop-up targets as they go past. Assassin cheeky, slowly, innocently. Oh my.
It's good fun, the train.
It's like a little roller coaster.
It is like a little roller coaster. Ah!
I got
Oh no, no Peds has got them.
My train now.
The local train for local people.
I got an amazing update in the Resident Evil 4 remake for minecart.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I really need to play Resi 4 Remake. I didn't finish Resi 3 Remake. So.
yeah, the free one I still quite like. It's definitely the weakest of them. Yeah, if you've not played it yet, just wait until you get it. There's quite a few things that get a huge glow up in the remake, like the Merchant's shooting gallery games as well. Those are amazing.
God damn it.
Fuck's sake.
I missed it. Sake. Yeah, this will probably be the last map, guys.
Look at it.
Alright, dude. Stop shooting me.
Well, don't do it, right?
I'm trying to get a gun.
That's been a long time coming, really. Oh. I mean, it respawned me right there. It really should, because yeah.
I'm proud of that kill though. I like that. That was very Mission Impossible, that kill.
No, come back.
Yeah, it's the first one in the tunnel, the helicopter. How are you doing, Dreadclaw? Yeah, a bit later than usual today because Jazz can't time keep.
Hey, Jazz.
Thanks.
Now, if it was your brother, he'd have been there 5 minutes early.
Actually, I think Tom might be a bit like me. He might not be that great. I think he's better than me at times.
Fair enough.
Ah, you son of a... How did you get me?
He's kind of a jump snipe.
Damn it!
My corpse on the track.
Yeah! Oh, I fucking walked into a mine!
I think I set that mine at like my very first life.
Yeah, Amuse on the Dreadclaw, we actually don't know who is winning because the scoreboard's kind of bugged on us.
Yeah.
I think because we're playing that at higher
What do you
resolution.
mean? Jazz Chickadopits. Chickadopits.
I got a lot of sneaky snipe shots on.
Good game,
Oh,
guys.
that was good fun. That was good
That
fun.
was really good fun. That map was
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was the best one. I had the train. I love a train.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. No, that was good fun, guys. Yeah, we'll do more of that next week, I think.
Cool. Yeah.
And then marathon.
Did
I'm
Blue
sorry.
Shift have anything?
It didn't have any multiplayer, no.
Did any multiplayer?
No, I checked that out yesterday.
Yeah. Not that I'm trying to do anything to stop us playing marathon.
That's the next
Yeah, well, you know what? If you guys want to go and set a game up, knock yourself out. I would be more than happy to play something that somebody else runs, but if not, then Marathon 2 that you're getting. On the plus side, they're all free on Steam, so
Oh yeah, I think we got them.
yeah, I think we should all have gotten all three of them. I think it's Classic Marathon, Classic Marathon 2, and Classic Marathon Infinite or Infinity or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Infinity's meant to be the best one, so.
Because it is very ambitious technically, isn't there? Like the amount of destruction that goes on in it. It is why it is a shame that Switch 2 doesn't support VRR docked, because that would presumably clean most to all of that up, I would assume. But that might mean in handheld mode you don't really notice those drops as much, depending on how severe they are, because obviously you do have VRR in handheld mode. Yeah, I mean, I assume the game's more or less gold. I mean, that optimization happens very near the end of development, doesn't it? But... oh, nice armor. Forgive me, I only just saw that on you buying Expedition 33. That's a very armor-coded game. I think you're going to end up really loving that, aren't you? I assume I will. It's going to be a while before I play it, but... I think I'm trying to think if you were playing that actually, Dreadclaw. I certainly knew quite a few people playing it. It's quite a nice success story, that game, wasn't it? Oh gosh, that's a point actually. I'm sitting on the shelf, Metroid Prime Remaster style. But yeah, I do expect it to probably not be completely perfect performance-wise. Hopefully it's still pretty decent overall. Oh yeah, Arbor, I saw that was one of the games you were considering. I think someone on here has started streaming that. I think it might be Keecher, actually, yeah. Oh, thank you, Armor, well noticed. That's from, yeah, that's HDR stuff, basically. But thankfully, I changed the setting on the full screen game capture, and it more or less seems to correct it. And I don't think it's crushing any colors in that conversion. Hopefully not. Yeah, there you go. That's, I remember trying to deal with that before, I think when streaming from PS4 directly, playing in HDR, and having to do weird color correction stuff that was probably never completely airtight. And probably with some kind of weird trade-off. Yeah, fair play, Drake. It's a very good... well, it's great to see turn-based combat private, isn't it? Like Baldur's Gate 3 as well. It's we do love turn-based around here. I'm kind of itching to play a turn-based RPG. I do love the combat system in this. Yeah, I've got a Bravely Default 2 playthrough that's like maybe 3/4 of the way through, maybe a bit less. So I might pick that up. Well, I should probably finish Bravely 2 first, right? Yeah, I definitely would love to get the first one. And it's cool they did that as a Switch 2 launch game. Oh, really? Bless you, Armor. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's good to hear, Armor. Thank you for the positive technical feedback. Makes me so happy. It's why I get quite a little bit distressed about if my microphone is peaking badly or similar. That's great to hear, because I think I felt like there were still issues with like streaming Mario Kart World and some like the really bright bits just being overwhelmingly so in the SDR conversion. Like, I'm not sure I completely figured that out, but that's good to hear still. I have followed guides on how to configure the HDR on Switch too. I think I've probably got it to a pretty good point, because they don't make it that easy. And HDR is one of those things that is very fiddly, very easily, unfortunately. The benefits are worth it. I'd say I don't think I'm the best judge of what a good HDR implementation is, but the ones for Remake and Rebirth do seem to be excellent. Wall Market in particular at night time in Remake and HDR is absolute game changer. It's cool that I'll have that on Switch too, as well, actually. Interesting, Armor, really. Yeah, you know how fussy I am with that stuff. Yeah, it's the funny thing is I think the oh, there we go, Mario Kart. Yeah, like I do think the color. Jasmine, don't moan about the Switch 2 screen again. I can still have fun with this film, I promise. Like, immediately looking at that, I'm like, oh yeah, the colors are too saturated on that. They might be able to add that in an update, maybe, because the Switch OLED, that had a very saturated color setup by default, but you could tone that down. It's, I mean, even I'll get to, no, we'll stop that right there. I don't think it's fun to hear the same rant over and over again, is it? And I don't want to be too humorless or grumpy about that. It is what it is, right? And there are still real niceties there. Like, it is pretty amazing to have a 1080p screen. And stuff meets that on that screen. It looks so sharp. Yeah, so, well, I think certain things when streaming, I think they are easier. In some ways, it's easier if you're streaming a console and then with a capture card, and in other ways, it's easier to do the PC game directly. And I think HDR might actually be something I find easier, which is surprising, really, because Windows doesn't have a good history with HDR being a bit weird. But more or less, all I really have to do with this is I've got full screen game capture. That's why I use it, apart from the Frim's cases where it doesn't work, but it usually does. And then you've got a color space option at the bottom of that, and that's either sRGB. So that. So that's sRGB, which is usually fine. That's what you'd want for SDR, and then rec. I'll stop 2100 EQ in brackets. I'm still getting over my head talking about this stuff. I don't really know what the things I just said mean. But yeah, if I basically that's just a color space toggle, and if I just click that, the second option, so the first, it seems to do a pretty good SDR conversion on PC HDR games. It keeps me awake at night. It is interesting because Switch 2 I'll probably mostly play docked, which wasn't really the case with Switch 1. I'll still definitely play a handheld of it. I'm getting close to buy a welcome tour as well. It still hasn't happened just yet, but it probably eventually will. Anyway, let's find the BRB. Back in a sec, everyone. Yes, correct, Armor. Oh, and before I forget, how did the hide and seek go with B and Company earlier? It's oh, that's cool on Raincode, yeah. I think Raincode, I think I read it's one of those games that's the Switch version. I think it's meant to run a lot better on Switch too. I think it might be the unlocked frame rate kind of game, which those are the ones that always benefit from that kind of back compare, right? And yeah, I'm guessing with Switch 2 we'll probably see the same kind of arc, won't we, of a Switch 2 Lite a few years from now, and then probably an OLED. I think OLED's going to have to be a while, because it's going to be a while before I think they can do an OLED screen that's 120 Hz and VRR as well.
I'll see you next time.
I'm going to assume they're probably not going to do Pro models. I think they're probably happy just to kind of wait until the next system for the hardware upgrade. Though, well, to be fair though, there's still mystery over whether there was a Switch 1 Pro in the first place, or if that was just Switch 2 stuff people saw. Or if COVID kind of impacted things, and the Switch OLED was originally kind of meant to be, yeah, a little bit messy. Oh god, fair play, Barbara. Oh gosh, on acoustic cello. That's fun. Hiya, Garge. How are you doing, fella? It's, oh, well done on winning, yeah, that was a cool experiment from B. Again, I feel so bad about this and that. B has been very understanding about that. The Mario Kart World hide and seek. That's a really good use of that free roam mode. I know people did that in Animal Crossing quite a bit, right? Hide and seek, that is. A canon ostrich asm. Oh, I haven't seen the DK Bonanza Direct, Garge. Is that Espresso? That was the ostrich from DKC1, right? That's fun to see the endangered Jasm species represented. Yeah, I'm guessing so, Armo. It's I mean, I bloody loved the Switch OLED in the end, so all was good. Even if it was a bit like, oh, I was hoping for a specs bump, but lovely little handhelds. It's Labo's one of those films I could probably never justify buying, but I think it's ever so neat. And if I ever got to like play it at like a Nintendo South Wales meet or similar, it was delightful. I don't know how much they'll revisit it. I don't think it was like a roaring success, was it? Although they probably made their money back on it. I mean, VR would probably be more viable on the Switch 2 via that method. You've got a higher refresh rate and higher resolution screen on there. So that could kind of work on there, right? Well done. Yeah, I think Espresso was the... yeah, Winky was the frog. Espresso the ostrich, and then obviously Engard. Rambi, those were the DKC1 animal buddies. Hiya, Vile. Yep, correct. Absolutely correct. We're gonna. I've been waiting so long to get to Cosmo Canyon and this. Which, granted, we stopped playing the game for like 3 months, so of course we. Although before that, should we play some Superman 64? Ah, bless you, Vile. Thank you so much, friend. How's your Wednesday? Yes, Wednesday. How's your Wednesday been, friend? We had a very quick go on this yesterday, and I completely bungled it. And the first one of these wasn't too bad. This one, I feel like I fell for a red herring, where I went down to like a high point. This is great! A high point rim. Oh. Oh no. The first one went alright for us. The problem here was the, Oh, we're gonna come to it for a little bit, but like, yeah, I think that low down 300 rim, I don't really know a way to get that without kind of screwing up the Rins after that. I don't know if... Oh, it goes... Oh, game, you could have counted that. And that. Oh, that's... Oh, that is very... Oh, they're being a bit mean there, aren't they? So it actually kind of moves forward a little bit, that low down one. Oh, wow. I thought that was going to be we got like we at least got like the bronze or silver, but no, actually what I thought was the gold equivalent is basically the no, that's actually the bronze. Cool. Hiya, Jeffy. Thank you, friends. Jeffy, I've finally decided on my next book. A little-known indie hit called Pride and Prejudice. Gosh, that Mr. Darcy, sir. He's such a scam. Somehow even more than... Oh, God. Okay, to be fair, is this... No. I thought it might be a Mario 64 style, like, dip down and then use the momentum. Oh, you reckon, Gotch? You're not seeing it, are you? Yeah, I have seen that reason that they would probably be used more as a meat IRL, which I did find a little distressing, admittedly. But yeah, sometimes, Jeff, I was doing that with films a lot as well, just like these really big famous ones I've not seen or read. And it's Tilda Swinton does the that audio. Oh, you know what it is actually, Jeff? It's because I only found out recently that on Audible there's like a catalogue of books you get access to while you're subscribed to it. And I basically subscribed for 2 more months. So along with the ones you buy and get to keep. Okay, how do you do this? Yeah, how do we get that bottom one? Yeah, great actress, Vile, yeah. Is it Mario 64? Oh, hold on, those ones over there. Are those ones over there relevant to us? I don't really understand how we... There might be an obvious technique I haven't... It's not like... Actually, it doesn't look like you can kind of bob and weave. Like, I'm trying to think of the term for it, where you just kind of dive and then... Like, you can go down quite quickly like that, but... It's, I'm assuming they have explained this. I don't want to get too whingy about this, because I'm assuming the game did make this clear.
This is great!
And I probably just disassociated when they said it. I'll see if I can figure it out. I know if we stop pressing right trigger, we drop like a rock. I know that. I did wonder if it was to do with, like, Lesson learned, never go. Oh, no.
This is great!
Yeah, lucky God. It's Sunburn will sneak up like that, won't it? I certainly... I mean, I'm a very pale man, so of course I burn like crazy. I largely managed to avoid it in the Philippines, kind of shocking though. I mean, that was with copious, strong, yet good for sensitive skin sun cream, granted, but he does charge. So it is like the 64 wing cap.
This is great!
Yeah, actually, amusingly, the first time I tried this, I did this. That's how tricky this is. You can fail it in less than a tenth of a second if you don't hold that down.
Giddy up, girl.
Oh no, God. But yeah, fair play. I'm not about to be the person to say Jane Austen is a hack. I've been very impressed with it so far. Pride and Prejudice. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I just wasn't being patient enough with that. It's just kind of, I mean, mind you, all of that over there is still really high up. Yeah, I guess the, so we want to go high, lower than that. Oh, hold on, is that... oh, there it is. Okay, so that is clearly what we need to do then, cool. There we are. Oh, no! Yeah, I don't know what... Maybe I was just expecting the exact style of the wing cap, or using the cape in, Mario World, right? Or playing as Ray the Squirrel in Sonic Mania. He's got that same kind of, like this. Mind you, I'm pushing my luck a little bit. So here we want to... And then... There we are. That was also a problem. I couldn't really make out that current that well. It's definitely there, but... Oh, damn. Oh. Oh, for Christ's sake. That's... So is this why you guys were saying, oh god, this challenge? That's the spirit vial. There is a Sonic character called Sonia. Or, well, there was in that crappy Sonic Underground. Why have the rings not generated? Yeah, that's not correct. What the hell happened there? Look at that, they're not there. Not that it would make much of a difference to our score, I suspect, but... Yeah, look at that, they're not there. That's definitely not correct, right? You know, I don't think I've ever played a game of Pilot Wins where the rins just... You know what? Credit to Superman 64. I don't think the rins ever go away in that. I guess that's part of the issue. Oh, Vile, gosh, good question on favourite game. It's a slightly embarrassing choice, but just a slightly sentimental one. Lemons. The little... folks walking along the top of the game on the overlay. Yeah, there's a lot that could be. That is my usual go-to choice. Just I would very much struggle to pick one otherwise. So why not go with one that's quite a sentimental favourite that I still don't really.
I call for a redo.
See, that I don't really...
This is great.
I find it a bit confusing, this, because it doesn't really... What about you, Vile? What's your favourite? Okay, so I think when that happens, that's when you get the... Okay. Oh, wow, but that's a beautiful way of putting that. Tears of the Kingdom I would rank very highly as well, actually. I really love... Yeah. That one works really well. That's the spirit, Jeffy. Yeah, Lemons was early 90s, I guess, action puzzle game? A little bit sort of prototype RTS in a way, sort of. But yeah, side-scrolling. Very cutesy aesthetic. Although some of the lemons could meet some pretty grisly ends in that. There we go. So once I do that. Again, I'm sure they did explain this, to be fair. I don't want to be... There we go. Yeah, this might not be too bad now that I know that. Oh, nice fight. Oh, Armo in chat will approve of that. Oh, damn. Okay, you know what? I'll take that. I want to actually go to Cosmo Canyon. We'll take that, though. That's... What was that? Silver, I think?
Not bad, not bad.
Oh, no, maybe
We
bronze.
could have done way better.
Oh, yeah.
But that'll do.
That was definitely
You can't
bronze.
just force a chocobo to do what you want.
That's
You
fair.
should have established
Well, it's funny because
boundaries
we got bronze on the
before
first one,
You gotta
basically.
be on the same page when you're running a course. Be completely in sync.
You don't say.
Yeah, we got bronze on the first one, despite not really knowing how to play it
Show us how it's
properly.
done.
Hiya, Coolio. How are you doing, friends?
Believe you people. I'm going home.
Oh my god.
Oh, crap.
I guess it's too early in this side quest for
Yeah, yeah. No
us
need
to be on
rub
good
it
terms
in.
with poor Shani.
Let's catch up with her.
Yeah, Rama's, everyone's free to say their favorite game, by the way. It's always a fun one, isn't it? If I didn't have lemons to go back to, I'd have no idea. There's like 50 games. I'd have trouble narrowing them down. It's, I think my favorite Final Fantasy is still 6. Which is the classic hipster choice, I feel like. I hope it's okay me picking that. Oh, nice. How's, so, forgive me, Honkai Impact thirds. I don't think that's specifically the same as Honkai Star Rail, right? But it is kind of adjacent to that. It's, yeah, both of those are excellent choices, are they? Yeah. I would probably rank FF7 Remake fairly high as well. Whatever pacing issues that game had, I did have a swell time with it. And then probably this one will rank up highly as well. Yeah, I do love the SNES era of FF a lot. FF5 as well, quite a bit. FF4 is probably my least favourite of those, but it's still a pretty good one. And yeah, obviously, a lot of the later ones. Even some of the ones that do have issues, I still had a really good time with, I still had a very good time with, FF12, even though you can definitely tell that one did have some development troubles, right? It's, oh gosh, you're right, Kendall. What was Garge's, oh gosh. Oh, Garge's favourite game is Oyu's Action, yeah. He quite happily went along with that. Yeah, I do like the Golden Suns file. I never actually finished the Lost Age. I did finish the first one. I could probably go back to that Lost Age save and finish that. I probably should, just to have... Because that was basically one entire narrative over 2 games, wasn't it, with the Golden Sun? And I did have a PS1, so it took me a while to kind of get to RPGs like that. And it was through like Dreamcast, GBA, and GameCube ones. And then we did get a PS2 a bit later, so we could catch up on some there as well. Oh yeah, it is on that. Yeah, it's. I've got the cartridge in there somewhat. We only had the first Golden Sun back in the day. I did go back later and finish it. I do like the Camelot style, because I am very fond of like the Shining games they did earlier before that as well. Even though the first Shining Force is the only one of those I finished, but you can totally see like some aspects of like the UI or some of the animation styles. Some of those are recognizable in their earlier games. Or indeed when they get Motoi Sakuraba on the soundtrack. A lot of his RPG battle themes in general, they tend to make me think of Mario Golf or Tennis, because he did excellent music for those as well. Yeah, I would like to play more Shining games as well. I know Shining Force 3 on the Saturn is quite a legendary one. Oh, they weren't known as Camelot at that point. I need to change to I do like being cheap like this. Oh. Get as far away from them and just keep spamming the elemental thing they're weak to, like that. Yeah, I think yeah, Barrett has a weapon we need to learn an ability from. Oh, Barbara, that is an incredible choice of favourite game. Ghost Trick. That would be up there for like my favourite game narratives. I certainly can't think of many game narratives that stick to landing with their ending as well as Ghost Trick does. I'm so glad that game's very available now as well. I think it's going to forever be quite niche, but at least it's very accessible at this point. And it did fit the DS quite well, but I don't think it's... I think they've still managed to transfer it over quite well. That is the only time I've played it through on the DS, but yeah, I'm glad it's available on modern systems now. Oh, you played it on the iPod Touch? Oh, wow, Marlborough, yeah. Because Ghost Trick was DS and... that's quite fun to think an iPod Touch could have been home to someone's favourite game, but yeah. When it's Ghost Trick, very believable.
Hey, guys! It's me! I'm back! Nanaki?
That didn't sound like Red, did it?
It really is you.
Way higher pitched than he usually is.
We were so worried. Oh, come on.
Oh.
Why don't you go pay your respects to fellow Bugenhagen? Come on. You can let them through. They're good people. I promise.
Oh,
After
wow.
all, they're the reason I'm here.
Feel the same,
What the hell was that?
I said it was Matt Mercer before. That's not right, is it? What the hell, Barrett?
He's such a softie.
Yeah.
Gotta check something.
Cosmo Canyon's always been one of my favourite songs from FF7.
Wanted posters of the terrorists who bombed those reactors. Huh. But I think we can say you had nothing to do with all that. Even if Nanaki hadn't vouched for you, it's obvious. Welcome to the sanctum of planetology.
Good lad, Kate.
Cosmo Canyon.
Did he do that in the original as well? There we go, thank you. Is Matt Mercer in this? I could believe he is. Yeah, I definitely got... That's why I got confused, because I knew it was like a Persona 5 voice actor. Oh gosh, I think Troy Baker's done really good performances. I've not followed him too closely otherwise. I did like when he was talking NFTs, of course. He did go back on that. I think after people said, yo, no. So that's good, at least. I do like him a lot. It is one of those cases where I guess you do end up hearing, they do end up appearing everywhere, certain voice actors, right? I guess you do want everyone to get a chance, right, at those kind of roles.
Must be that way for a reason.
Gotta keep on our toes.
Yeah, I think he has been excellent in quite a few things. I hate that I've memorized this armor. I remember the phrase he used was, you can hate or you can create. I think history has gone on to show NFTs were not a creative field in any capacity. I think that's fair to say. And that quote-unquote hate wasn't really unjustified. So much as just dumb. Yeah. Sorry to bring that up. Yeah, we don't usually need to talk about NFTs in the year 2025. Or ideally ever, really. If possible.
Yes, actually. I wanted to make an offering to the planet. We had such a great process this year. I thought it
I feel like when you came here in the original, was it kind of evening time?
Thank you. Babies love too. I feel hey.
Quite interested being here like broad daylight, actually. Chads.
We're at the Cosmo Canyon, Cloud. A long
Oh no, Martha.
finally come true.
Really?
Planetology rejects
Oh
our
no.
consuming society, insisting that we have much to learn about this world. And
Oh,
now,
Mr.
we have the
Shin's kind of thought he's
opportunity to
okay,
share
right?
planetary knowledge.
It's yeah, I always want a variety of voice actor, like in any field, right? You always want a lot of people to get a chance. Oh yes, Jennifer English. Matt Mercer is in this, yeah. Oh, but I'm so glad you got to go to the Rebirth Orchestra. I really want to go to one of the, some more of the game's symphonic performances out there. It'd be great to do an FF one, obviously. I've only ever done the Zelda ones, which were amazing. Like, the Sonic one looks like a lot of fun as well. While NFT stole your yeah. I mean, the nice thing is that NFTs have largely gone away, I feel like. The downside is AI stuff is kind of just taking up that space now. It's not really going away, it feels like, in the same way. Unfortunately.
I'm certain, however, a veteran mercenary like you would never abandon a task. I know you must be busy, but I'd appreciate your help.
You are so passive-aggressive. we love you for it, question mark. Yeah, sorry guys, we're still pro Chadley. I do wish he'd be nicer to his sister, even if it does make for amusing, though. The kind of quiet hints at his pettiness, I do think are... that is quite fun. And his sister doesn't seem too affected by it, thankfully. Gosh, well... Oh, no! Oh, gosh. Chadley Defo Shield. Oh, no! Well, that's how I start not liking Chadley. Oh, dear. Yeah. Very tough. Crypto stuff in general, I really wasn't keen on. You know, you don't need to hear that rant. The usual reasons one would not be keen on that, right? Same with AI stuff. Yeah.
The cosmos above grant you a restful sleep.
We are pro Cosmo Canyon around here, though, because good lord, how beautiful is this area. Yes, Jeff, that's just...
Go with the planet's blessings.
Oh, dear. As you know, I am incredibly passive-aggressive. There's Chad Meister. I don't know if I'm going to subjugate you guys to another bad piano performance just yet. Oh, presumably that'll be the Cosmo Canyon theme we'll play there, right? So far, I've been sort of okay at the piano stuff. I did see that was I did see certain mini games on this when this came out on PS5. A lot of people got a bit frustrated with. Granted though, the last piano song we did, that definitely took me a few goes and was a bit harder. I'm assuming by the end they can be the death of you, basically, right? It's Chatney is yeah, this is my conundrum. I think I was about to call you Chadley, Garge. This is my conundrum, Garge. I love goofy robots. I love android science fiction stuff. Yeah. I mean, I like Terminator as well, so I'm good with them being the villains as well. But then I also like when Arnold Robot is our surrogate dad, basically, right? In Terminator 2. Yeah, that's the spirit, Jeff. But I can't see ChatGPT as a delightful, quirky robot. I just see it as an to sound like Barra, actually. I just see it as a planet resources guzzling waste of just everything with bad repercussions. I wouldn't say that with Chadley, even if he can be quite pissy with us. In his own delightfully passive-aggressive way. Like, lightly so, though. Like, it's not like... Because he's still so usually, like, gentle in tone, but... He sneaks them in there. Chad... Oh my god, I can't believe I walked right past that. Well done on catching Chad GPT. Oh, dear. I mean, presumably, Chadley's database is a... well, actually, if he's a Shimra, then... Maybe all his AI gathering info, just like real-life contemporary AI, maybe a lot of it is stolen assets and resources. Oh, no, Mark.
Are we the baddies?
Who is Chadley's voice actor? Is it Troy Baker? We need to find out if Chadley's voice actor is in Date Everything. Which, Barbara, I saw there was a demo for that game. Oh gosh, Kendall. That's quite a quite a subject to bring up. Fair play. Yeah, poor Barrett. When we focused on his story, it got very sad. I don't think... Actually, I don't know if I completely remember the storyline that Cosmo can.
Just so we're clear, I only sell to customers I deem worthy.
Nice, she thinks we're worthy if she's selling to us. Oh my gosh, we could we could give Tifa Freddy Krueger's gloves. Oh my gosh. Don't you go and vote in dreams, Teeth Meister. It's it's Christian Bale. He used his Howl's Moving Castle voice. That's also you've read the first book for that, Jeff. I'd forgotten that was a series, because I've obviously seen the Ghibli film and the and then read the book for that equivalent story. Immense applause. Oh no. Presumably not from Chadley. I don't think he has that much of a sense of humor about himself. Maybe not completely unsurprisingly. Oh yeah, I should get that in, shouldn't I? I think I have underestimated the synergy stuff in this. I understand that's some of the most OP stuff in this. And maybe why I have found this game quite tricky at times. I'm not abusing that enough. Oh, I know, there's a few characters where luck is really important to them in this. I think Tifa's one of them. I forget exactly why. Yeah, that would definitely be the case for Kate Sith, right? With all the roulette stuff. I enjoy imbecile music. Oh my gosh, Kendall. That's quite a genre of music. I hope you enjoy, friends. I don't think the Cosmo Canyon theme counts as imbecile music, right? Oh, it's Assume and Hope and Guess Not. Disapproving shake of that. Oh my gosh. Like, love him or, well, statistically probably hate him, going by mostly what I hear. But sadly is a memorable addition to these, right? It's like, it's, FF7 was always going to be hard to add iconic characters to. And they did so, even if...
I was born and raised here, in this canyon.
He might be iconic in a Slippy Toad from Star Fox.
Like
kind of way.
Until I was taken by Shinra.
Or was that not adding that armor?
Now that I'm home, and have repaid my debt to you, I plan to serve my village once more. I appreciate all that you've done for me. Thank you.
We're really gonna miss you, Red.
Oh, don't say that. You're only making this harder.
He sounds like a Shonen protagonist
time, but
when he talks like this.
I suppose it was your duty to act the old man.
I wanted you to treat me as an equal, not a dog.
I mean, speaking of Christian Bale, this is him going between the Bruce Wayne and the Batman voice, isn't it? It's I did forget that aspect. He is basically a puppy. Well, maybe not a puppy, but...
Nah, I'm sure we'll see him around the canyon. The real question is, why'd we come here? To learn the secrets of planetology. Come on.
Here we are.
Can't forget that materia.
Oh my god, Barrett's psyched for science class, isn't he?
That'll do. I'm gonna steal some shut-eye, if you don't mind.
Then we can see the sun.
Oh, he's a robot cat, right? Basically, like he's a human projected for a robot cat. Does the robot cat need to like stretch its sore muscles? And I'm okay with all of this. Like I do like them kind of leaning into cartooniness there, and then snapping back to stuff a bit more grounded. Oh yes, armor. Yeah, I wondered if I missed that, to be honest, in the original. Why doesn't it seem that familiar, that kind of personality shift? I can completely believe the original localization struggles with that. That does strike me as one of those things they was handled in a certain way in Japanese. Yeah, that. Especially because those poor localizers, they didn't have a lot of time or kind of context for why things were the way they were in this game script. So I can fully believe there was trickiness there, yeah. That is a good advantage of having voice acting here, isn't it? I did find that kind of interesting in retrospect. There's basically no voice acting of any kind in the PS1 Final Fantasy games, right? Like, I can't even think of a time you hear, like, a human voice. Maybe there's something I'm forgetting on that. I mean, just the density of those scripts, I guess they were never going to get that much voice acted on them, right? I mean, FF10, I guess maybe, like, One Wind Angel Chorus, maybe that would count as human voices. Yes, I can't believe I walked right past that while talking about Chadley and ChatGPT, but the fine folks in chat correctly caught on that. Oh gosh, the FF7 localizer. Yeah, I remember reading an interview with I forget if I assume a few people were involved with the English localization. I definitely read stuff that was quite sympathetic in a kind of, oh, yeah, it's amazing that localization came out functional at all, considering, like, it is interesting reading the anecdotes of Ted Woolsey as well, who localized a lot of Square stuff in the SNES era, probably most notably FF6 and Chrono Trigger. And there's a lot of fondness for his, he was under some pretty tough restrictions, like time-wise, cartridge space-wise. But I think people generally really like the kind of embellishments he did, right? I believe Kefka saying "son of a submariner" was his, which is one of my favourite fake swears I've ever heard. It's so good. Oh yeah, Kefka's laugh can kind of count, actually. Yeah, I don't know how they that sound does sound. It does sound sympathetic, doesn't it? That laugh. It's I'm trying to think of that. Was that like a voice sample? Someone say "Vamo Amo Flamenco." That sounds vaguely familiar. I can't immediately. That might count though. Yeah, fair play. It's because obviously quite a few PS1 era games did have voice acting, right? But usually they weren't the RPGs, I guess, as much. Well, I think they did start to catch on to the fact, oh, you don't have to voice every single, even NPC line of dialogue, right? Because I know at Grandia 1, of course, that had voice acting. There were the Luna games, which had a fair bit of voice acting on the Sega CD. I think mainly for cutscenes, granted, but... And then the PS1 remakes of those as well. Yeah, God, I love the,
My precious materia, where are you? No need to be shy, come
Yeah, Yuffie, speaking of, like, FF8, Yuffie has, like, 20, selfie train song equivalents in this, doesn't she? Yeah, that's the one that goes Sorry, I'm humming it terribly. I think I'm getting it vaguely right. Right.
Fancy running into you here.
Yeah, that's a really good track. Really fun one to play in the theatre rhythm. Yeah, FF10 was a big deal on that, even though, again, the circumstances in which that localization and dub were done under very not ideal, right? And again, it's amazing it turned out as well as it did, considering.
never forsake us. Never abandon us, for we are her children.
That's an interesting thing with old anime as well, actually. Like, a lot of the times the voice actors were instructed to try and map their lines to the animated mouth flaps, which is always going to be tough to do authentically, consistently, and sometimes that would lead to kind of fairly awkward wooden lines to have them kind of just fit how much the character's mouths move like that. Probably for the better, that kind of became less of a focus later on in localization like that. Oh yes, Jeff, what? You're remembering these well. Fair play, yeah. It's funny there might be more examples of the SNES games having kind of voice bits than the PS1 era. Possibly.
Not so fast. Sorry.
Yeah, I do love that.
Do.
Like, it is good that, isn't it? Yeah. For that FF5 version of the Chocobo theme, yeah. Oh gosh, did someone say that in this? Oh gosh. Oh, well, that's a good thing about my humming being quite bad and off key, Jeff. I don't think a DMCA tool could ever be strong enough to pick up on that, right? Oh god, this area is beautiful. There he is. I remember when you were like 5 polygons. Did they? I'm sure that the Orb float song, was that like a... No, it was. I don't think it was a sprite originally, was it?
As well as fellow Bugenhagen's permission are allowed inside.
Because, rendering a sphere with a PS1 level polygon count budget, not trivial, right? Like, even the Blitzballs and FF10 look
These are the friends I was talking
a bit like, tabletop 20-sided dice, right? Not unreasonably.
My name is Bugenhagen. I teach planetology here in the canyon. And one could say I know a thing or two about our world.
Oh, he looks amazing in this, doesn't he?
I doubt there's a thing or two you don't know about it.
Admittedly, I do prefer Red's older voice. His younger one is cute, though.
Anymore? I'm 48.
40 what?
Nanaki here has a long life ahead of him. In human terms, I would say he's about 15 or 16.
I was wondering what the relation on that was, right?
More than old enough. I can protect our veil and everyone in it. Which is more than I can say for my good-for-nothing father.
Okay, that is ringing the bell about the bad father issues, yeah.
Speaking of the members of our little community, have you announced your return to one and all?
I guess I'll talk about it loosely, but light spoilers for the OG FF7, and
Be right back.
wondering if that will be the final shot we see in the remake series as well. I'd assume probably not beat for beat.
Please, come in and have a look around.
I like some of the ambiguity about that OG FF7 ending, actually. Which, granted, if you count Advent Children as continuity, then that ambiguity is largely gone. Good night, Jeffy. Thank you so much, fella. It's, yeah, thank you so much, Jeffy. Well done for coming up with, well done on all the Chadley puns and whatnot, basically. It's okay, yeah. I think Chad GPT was Jeff's invention. Yeah, that is my favorite Chat GPT. Well, the only Chat GPT thing I like, that pun. Are you right, Ken? Talking about individuals buying their own houses. It's gosh, I mean, the housing market is. Has it been in a good place like it within the last like 40 years? Across a lot of regions, right? Probably not really. Certainly not the UK. Fair play to like anyone who's my age who's been able to buy a house. I'm always mad impressed by that. Because goodness, that's a lot of saving up and a lot of logistics. Figure through that I certainly don't think I'm personally ready for yet. I'm actually not really sure off the top of my head, to be honest. It's certainly not cheap, especially in London. Oh my god, especially in London. But I'd assume also in Liverpool, yeah.
And various energies. I must ask that you handle it with care. It's a rather...
Yeah, very true, Val, and not unreasonably so, of course, right? Yeah, yeah, I guess it's not a one-person thing.
A warm welcome to you, friends of Nanaki.
Nanaki never had much...
It's just there's always a job to do with a house, isn't there? Like, it never really stops.
Travels with you have served to enlighten him.
I mean, said jobs, maybe less than a little over time. Oh my god, the density of this environment. What I really love with these remake games, well, among other things, I love how much Because those original backgrounds, which tragically they only saved at like PS1 resolution, that kills me every day. Because they were obviously rendered that higher than that. But they're so dense with detail and like strong art design and direction. And they really have captured them really well in 3D environments and these. Like the interiors in particular. Because that was the advantage of the PS1 era. As much as I love the SNES games, like the houses of like towns and such don't really change that much in terms of their visual variety, but they really do in the pre-rendered background era.
I never thought you could become even more enchanting.
And expensive as it was to do, and indeed part of why they had to split these remake games up. It's great they were able to capture that in this.
More than a glistening mineral at a glance. It is in fact a crystallized collection of our planet's memories.
Oh my gosh, Kendall, yeah. Yeah, it's... I hate... people are being priced out of so many things as time goes on, aren't they? I think that was part of the Switch 2 kind of unhappiness, like the idea that, well, some people are going to be priced out of Nintendo games now. It's, yeah. Obviously not an essential, basic living thing, but, you know, I do think everyone's entitled to luxury.
Do you recognize that little scamp? I'll have you know that in his childhood, Nanaki was quite a handful.
Oh, Barbara. I actually remember a bit of controversy over Game Boy Advance games being £35. I think that is when I started to get a bit cannier about price hunting, actually. I don't think I usually paid $35 for them. That would have been like the RRP in-game and places like that. I think I usually was getting them online.
Let's not be hasty. I'll show you that room later.
Oh my goodness. What if you like wrote that rant out and then you read it from the Switch 2 screen? It's oh gosh, fair play, Kendall, yeah. Amazing your family has ranches, fair play. It's you're giving away your grandparents' houses, oh my goodness. Oh, I actually watched this isn't that relevant really, but I did watch I actually did watch a French film earlier. Really amazing. Oh gosh, it's quite a hard watch in certain ways, but it is incredible. La Haine, which literally translates to hatred. Yeah, amazing mid-90s French film about like disenfranchised youth and police brutality and immigrants living in the suburbs of Paris. A lot of like class division. It's brutal, bleak stuff, but it's done amazingly well. Forgive me, it's not that relevant. The only reason it came to mind is because they were talking about francs in that, and I was trying to remember what the conversion rate was for that. I could usually remember it for dollars, but I mean francs they haven't used for years, have they? Oh look, 1995 francs. Because actually our family went to France in 1995 or 6, I think. So it would have been 5, basically. Because there was a part of that film where they were like, oh, what? We were doing like this risky thing for 500 francs? Well, granted, apparently that was like... Oh, wait, no, wait, those are Swiss francs. Yeah, I guess it's hard to find out conversion rate on the dead currency. It's, I'll beg you, Anna. But yeah, excellent film, that. It got a really nice 4K transfer recently as well, so of course I was over there. Really beautiful black and white photography in there, but yeah, pretty tough set. I am trying to get myself to watch stuff like that, even if it does upset me quite a bit. But good challenging work covering tough, challenging subject matter, right?
From the far reaches of time and space, to gaze at the stars is to gaze into their past, what they once were.
I do like Shrek 2 as well. Quite a different film, I'd say. Totally. Oh, actually, I think there is a Shrek connection, because I think one of the main actors in behind... Yeah, he was Robin Hood. The inexplicably French Robin Hood in Shrek. Yeah, no joke, because I was looking up the cast earlier. And one of the leads, and I was like, wait, what? Shrek? And then I was like, wait a minute, who had a French accent in Shrek? I was like, oh, bizarrely, it was Robin Hood for some reason. And yeah, that was him.
You won't find a larger telescope on the planet. With it, you can see to the
He was really good in La Haine.
There's no better view.
Oh, there we go, Kendall. Nice. There you go, Vile.
The lens could do with some cleaning. My apologies.
Is there going to be a lens cleaner minigame? I have done the... I actually quite like this one in the end. I thought it was actually quite clever. I did do the mushroom picking minigame. Which... I did love Cloud being like, yes. So... Yeah, that was quite it was quite tough, actually. I failed maybe the second or first go I did on that, and then got the rest of them okay. Cloud looks a little terrifying now. But yeah, I remember hearing someone joke, like, okay, that's the point where I thought this had too many minigames. I don't really minded them, to be honest. I can understand that, but... I think they're usually well implemented enough, and they're pretty good about not outstaying their welcome. Like that mushroom one, I don't think I've ever seen a take on that before. Not in that exact way, so that was quite novel. Yes, Barbara, that's the one. It's, yeah, I'm trying to remember the actor's name. Unfortunately, I think there was like a... was he the one who said something stupid about, like... Yeah, I should probably be careful on that. I know one of the stars of that French film I watched I really liked said something about, like, femininity possibly ruining masculinity or something just ridiculous. I don't want to speak too definitively on that, though. I might have misread that. It's, but yeah, whoever it was that said that, I believe someone did. Yeah, obviously ridiculous. There you go, Vile. On a lighter note, jazz hands. Yeah, why was Robin Hood French? I don't think there's ever been... maybe there's... Oh, so he was an Anglo-Norman nobleman, William III. Even the kings of England spoke French. Oh, so is there actually kind of like a historical... Yeah, French was the unofficial language of English nobility. Was that what that was? Gosh, yeah. Yeah, there we go, Barbara, yeah. It's, okay, raid message later will be, why was Robin Hood French? Oh, Barbara! It's, yeah. They did the YMCA as well, didn't they? In, like, the extended music video ending.
A sorrowful dirge indeed.
For Shrek 1.
All too often of late. This tubing allows us on the surface to hear the inner voice of the planet.
Oh gosh, I forgot that.
What we just heard didn't come from the planet, though.
That was definitely the voice of a weapon.
You seem awfully sure of yourself, Miss.
His redesign is great for this, isn't it?
With our own eyes. 2 in the Corel and Gungaga reactors. They were loud and huge.
A fascinating account. Were it
I think like
true,
one little tiny thread of his beard.
such grand delusions could be a sign of Mako poisoning. To see a doctor.
It's like 5 million times the polygon count of his entire PS1 character model, right?
Yes. That would do them some good.
Love how they imagined all this. Some really clever, like, analog.
The 3 of you are unfamiliar with basic planetology.
It's a very thoughtful kind of world design and world builder.
Please, come with me.
Oh no! I've seen some very good French films, Armor, including that one I recommended, though, again, be in the right frame of mind for it. It was quite Spike Lee inspired, actually. It was Do the Right Thing. A bit less overtly comedic than that, although that's a film that hits like a ton of bricks as well, but... Oh, yeah. Because you said imbecile music earlier, right? I was like, oh my gosh. I like heavy metal. Is that imbecile music?
I present to you our planetarium.
Oh, this is going to be pretty, isn't it?
While the Shinra
Oh, I love seeing that
building
analog kind of tech there.
This particular one is my original design.
A very retro future.
Without further
Well, we've got smartphones basically in this world, right? I guess this could be pointed to from this being a bit of an old age kind of. Oh, I love all of this. I love any kind of like, I guess somewhat steampunky. Oh, hello FMV. I've turned the frame generation off for the FMV. So. But I guess I can.
Wow.
It might not be too bad, I guess, but for pre-rendered videos, I don't tend to want it on.
This is only the beginning.
Oh no, I don't think it's actually work.
Planetology is not simply the study of the
Yeah, especially for like a 30 FPS like pre-rendered video, or like a 24 FPS one.
It is a quest to comprehend the cyclical nature of life.
They had a sequence like this in FF10 as well, didn't they?
The planet we call home. It was from its soil, so teeming with life, that mankind was born.
Actually, there was sort of a sequence like this as like Shinra propaganda, wasn't there?
Man is fated to die.
In the remake, wasn't there?
So, what happens next? The body withers and returns to the planet.
Oh, I think it's okay, Kendall, don't worry.
The spirit, the soul. Much like its former vessel, it too returns whence it came.
All good, friend.
To the great river where all intertwine and circle the planet without end.
Yeah, this was always going to be a sequence that needs to nail, right?
Continuous convergence and divergence. The ceaseless ebb and flow that is the life stream.
Because yeah, a bit morbid, but it is interesting this game in FF10 do deal
It
with...
is as much a reservoir as it is a stream, being the sum of the planet's spiritual energy.
the spiritual aftermath of death, how that's handled in these fantasy worlds.
It is the very essence of our star. The blood coursing through its planetary veins.
Good way to deliver exposition as well, through this just very beautiful
If ever that essence were to be entirely
astrology-laden imagery, right? Yeah. Oh, this is it reminds me a lot of Star Trek 2, actually, as a Star Trek 2 movie with the Genesis device and the way they show that, with some really early CG, actually, of that terraforming the planet really quickly. Zero. I started reading that, Zero. I was like, is this going to be about poop?
Of course.
And,
These are the basic
yeah.
principles of planetology.
Oh, no, actually, repeated on you. Oh, maybe it's not.
Spiritual energy.
Actually, it's about flatulence.
Just so.
Welcome back in any case, Zero.
From the planet
Well
and
done.
processed for industry. That energy can no longer fulfill its true purpose.
Yeah, FF7 is green as all hell, isn't there?
Machinery, then fade away.
We do love it for that.
Okay, but does it actually fade away?
We play as eco-terrorists, right?
I mean, what if it doesn't? What if it just...
Oh, there we go,
returns to
Zero.
life
Okay, that's probably the least
somewhere
gross of those.
different
Well, I
from
mean,
now?
all of them are human
Is that
functions.
possible?
And natural and not to be ashamed of.
A novel theory, suggestive of a lack of understanding.
GG, I think is what I'm trying to say, Zero.
However, that can be
Maybe.
overcome with time and education.
Oh, there we go, Barbara. Poop solidarity, my friend.
You rang? Please escort this young lady to our seminar room, would you?
Right this way.
Yeah, I guess they still do a few pre-rendered FMV scenes in these, don't they? Admittedly, there are a lot of advantages to just doing scenes in real time these days, so I don't usually prefer the FMVs, but there are definitely advantages they can have with that. Admittedly, and I'm sure Armor is shocked to hear this, but I'm quite fussy on video quality. And I have noticed FMV in a lot of games, it can be quite low bitrate, quite macro blocky.
Question.
Jasm's very fun at party.
Planet runs out of energy.
Oh.
Everything on it dies, right?
That's how you kind of use there.
There any way to avoid this? Like, making the spiritual energy stronger?
Why are you asking me such things? I'm sorry. I've come to realize that I'm somewhat stuck in the past.
I suppose to be fair, Cloud, they would have thought of that.
Humanity exerts unprecedented influence over its environs. And as both the planet and society evolve, so too must science. And yet it seems that I cannot. Perhaps I'm much too old of a dog to learn any new tricks.
Yeah, fair play. The voice actors often have to do a bit of double duty in this. So this kind of wistful old man has to, like, blurt out in anger. Red 13 has to sound like he's 60 1 minute and then 10 the next. Quite a few challenges. Way, Armor! One of us. One of us. Yeah. Yeah, fonts can be quite, yeah. They can look blotchy quite easily at low res, can't they? If we're a bit humorous about it, Armor, I think we can get away with a bit of charisma can help smooth over being a fussy git about boring things. Maybe. God, I hope so. He's got the... I did like that choice of word here, especially in the presence of dog-like creatures. So, that is classically anime, isn't it? Red not liking being called a dog. Certainly, among other older examples, I'm sure Morgana... For the love of Christ, don't call him a cat, right? That's another big one of those. I guess humans fixated on the past is why we have these remake games, right? That's probably not meant as metatextual in that way, but... I'm guessing these would probably come up on the topic of best game remakes, though. So certainly these have to be some of the most ambitious game remakes ever, right? I am curious what I'll think of the ending of this. I know that's especially quite divisive. We're not getting there at this rate, though, because I keep going on this... I've gotten... Okay, there we go, down there. Oh, dear. I'm afraid my games got more hand-holdy over time for people like me who need, like, landing lights in the direction of where you need to go. Okay, Kendall, do you mean my username? Like Jasm? I have jokingly been called Jasmine before. Which is cool. A cool name.
Bugenhagen instructed me to let you take anything you think might prove useful on your journey.
Yeah,
Check
no
the story
relation.
when you have a chance.
Yeah, Kendall, what's your favourite Star Trek film, by the way? Barbara's the Balan world. Is there a live stream in Balan? Is that what they said about in that? Oh, bless you, Kendall. You're tremendously cool, my friend, but thank you. It's yeah, sadly Jazz is not my birth name. I mean, Jasm's kind of a very cheesy anagram of James, sort of. But with the S changed to 2 Zs. Obviously, that's another difference there, Kendall, across regions, Z versus Z. I promise if someone calls the ZX Spectrum the ZX Spectrum, I promise I don't get mad. Like, it's okay. I mean, I would say ZX sounds better because of the rhyme going on there, but it is fine. I guess it's just quite novel to hear an American talk about the ZX Spectrum, which is... few things are more British than the ZX Spectrum. In turn, though, we'll call Dragon Ball Z... Well, Dragon Ball Z. I mean, Dragon Ball Z does sound quite funny, but yeah, that's clearly not what that's meant to be. Oh, bless you, Kendall. You're my friend, too. I guess that's how friendships work, right? That's nice. Yeah, thank you again, everyone. My timekeeping was pretty bad today, so a bit later than usual. Now we'll be able to play a bit of this as well. Nothing too intensive, mainly me failing that Chocobo fly. And then me getting lost in Cosmo Canyon, which is a great place to get lost in, to be fair. Sorry, miss.
Right this way.
People here are very nice, aren't they? My memory is so vague, I was almost like, is everyone a fire dog in Cosmo Canyon? And the answer is, no. Of course not. Oh, there we go, Zero, yeah. So you weren't Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt, and all the rest of them from Twister. It is quite fun, that film. It is pretty dumb. In that very classically dumb, big blockbuster kind of way, but it does work. Some of the visual stuff does hold up really well, although amusingly... I mean, it is a really fun cast in that. Yeah, visually a lot of it holds up.
Did you know none of the materia here is even real? And don't get me started on the planetologists. Bunch of blowhards in love with the sound of their own voice.
Oh dear, I think he might be an anti-intellectual sort. Yeah, admittedly, at the start of Twister, you do get, like, some of the ropiest 3D letter credits you've ever seen in your life. The rest of it still looks, it certainly sounds really good as well. Nightmarishly good sound design for the tornadoes in that film.
Which would you say is a more worthy pursuit?
This sound like the recent Twister sequel was pretty decent as well. It's so great learning about planetology with everyone.
The seminar is in progress. Please.
Yeah, this region is beautiful, isn't it? Ruined a little bit by some Unreal Engine traversal stutter, but Although it's been behaving itself a bit more lately.
Fellow Bugenhagen sent word that you might be joining us. You are more than welcome to do so.
Yeah, I really want to kind of look a bit more into like what the real world inspirations were for a lot of. I can somewhat guess, but
he was wrong.
That's beautiful world design here. I love how the locals are. You get such a rich sense of their
What about you, miss? You must have a story to share.
their lives and routine, don't you?
Me? Okay.
Oh, Tifa, you're right, mate.
Where to begin?
Oh, that's such a nice, kind look from Aerith just there.
I don't have words to describe it, except beautiful, maybe? It was a lot to take in.
Actually, FF14 had a bit
Kindness
of.
washed over me. Long forgotten memories came flooding back.
FF14 had some like going into the live stream
Comforting place.
stuff, right?
But there was also conflict. A war between the planet and its enemies.
Remembering that with Yustola later, I think.
I mean, we can't let them win.
Mapra.
We need the planet, and it
I
needs
was like,
us.
what do you mean Italian queen? I was like, oh my god. I just realized what you meant. Oh, Tifa. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Barbara. You rest well, okay? Thank you for bringing that back to mind. How long ago was that? I think that was pre-Rebirth, wasn't it? We won't count it as Rebirth marketing. But yeah, good night, Barbara. Thank you so much. Why was Robin Hood French? Good night, Barbara.
We have to rise up, fight back, defend it from this terrible threat. Thing is, I don't know how to do any of that. And I hoped you might have the answer.
Sort of uncomfortable shifting over.
I'm
Yeah,
not
we
criticizing
don't.
planetology or anything, and I'm not trying to scare anybody either. I just, you know.
Such
Never
good character modeling, and
This is all coming out wrong.
you can read so much into the expressions because of how good the tech and artistry is on that, right?
Do not be discouraged. Should you ever wish to try again, we would be more than happy to listen. What matters is that you keep challenging your beliefs. Stop doing that, and the answers will forever elude you. On that note, I think we should adjourn for the evening. The River of Lights is almost upon us, so let us head to the torch.
That is, I guess Final Fantasy has had a history of having characters emote visually very effectively, hasn't it? Like the SNES era games, they were able to do a lot with
See you at the festival.
very little minute sprite adjustments. And then, yeah, even with the very basic character models of OG FF7, they were able to do a lot with the animations to make them very visually clear how the characters were feeling. When Barrett was angrily shaking his fist because Cloud was being a so-and-so, you could read that quite effectively, right? Oh, there we go. Thank you, Mark. It was 3 years ago.
The River of Light ceremony will begin shortly.
Oh, this is likely
night
to be
comes
very
but
pretty,
once a
isn't
year,
it?
bringing us closer to the planet. I've no doubt you'll feel her grace.
It's nice to have kind of a more of a chill chapter, isn't it?
Once a year,
I assume there's probably
gather the
combat
souls
to come in this
of
chapter, but I'm not really
Torre
minding the lack of
and
it.
return them to the planet whence they came. I heartily encourage you to join us in this ceremony.
There is no seminar being held here at the moment. Can I help you?
Yeah, I think this is one of those areas as well where if you let the frame rate unlocked, CPU frame times get pretty mad.
We are siblings all. One mother.
Oh, I should have known there'd be a... This is kind of more of the light and I remember the original Cosmo Canyon kind of being that, which probably does suit it best. A kind of really beautiful dusk,
The
cards may serve as a card.
Yeah, I do want to finish, if I finish any side quests, any kind of major long-running side quest in this, I think it will, before the ending, I think I will try and get Queen's Blood done. Which appears to have a very disturbing kind of, someone locked in a kind of nightmarish vacuum storyline going on Queen's Blood. I'm not completely sure. Completely sure of it, but I feel it is definitely worth finishing that. Don't mind us ignoring you, Chad. Yeah, pretty alright armor. I definitely have issues with it. To be honest, I thought it was going to be a better port based on Maximilian Dude's initial impressions. But you can still end up having it look nice, and I'm at least glad there's some shader pre-compilation, though it clearly does not catch every shader stutter. Annoyingly. I'm actually this is laughable, really, this kind of situation. But I am putting off upgrading my NVIDIA graphics drivers until I finish this game. Because otherwise the shader cache is going to have to be built again. I'll get some stutters again. I've already gone through.
Did I sound as awkward as I felt?
You did good.
You did good. Can't help it if they suck at listening.
Ah.
I got what you were saying.
I kind of wanted everyone to get it.
Oh, you did have to insult someone no matter what there.
Great advice. Thanks.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a boring people pleaser type. Which will get me in trouble.
I had the pleasure of talking to a mentor. Said it was presumptuous of me to think I could save the planet.
Oh no.
She decides her own fate, you see. As rain cleanses the skies, so too does she cleanse herself with filth. So what? We sit here.
I'm glad it has DLSS. I do wish it had NVIDIA's frame generation as well.
No, we fight, or nothing will change.
That's what I said. I knew you'd see it my way, Merc. Thanks.
Hey.
Wow, so many tourists.
Oh wow, that yeah, Barrett's really happy with us now. Which is quite novel, because he's not usually.
Some say we're like grains of sand on the beach of the universe. Fatalist idiots. Spend my whole life trying to prove them wrong, but sitting here looking up at the sky, you kind of help feeling pretty minuscule.
Yeah, it is annoying, Armor. I do feel like so many PC games get released in a state that I really don't think is that acceptable. Like, it is pretty crazy what gets past quality control. No, I don't want to be unsympathetic to the complications of game development.
When you die, you return to the planet? That has literally got
I'm
to
glad
be
there's
the
kind of more of a
dumbest thing
magnifying
I've
lens
ever
over
heard. Once you die, that's that.
Pretty much.
Thank you. So if you get that, you get why I live.
We're probably contradicting what we think about this by trying to go for the best answers for all of these.
Look at them, gathered
Maybe there's
around
something to be
fire,
said for challenging that.
just like us that day. Me and Mom and Dad. If only we could do that again.
Gosh, you're right there,
Never
Kendall.
mind. Just forget I said anything.
Don't give me that. It's your mum wants to go to
Whenever I
Italy.
think about my mom, my chest swells with so much pride. I feel like it'll burst.
Oh, Red.
When it comes to my dad, I just... Sorry.
Hopefully your mum's able to go to Italy one day, Kendall. It's a funny way to segue. To segue from kind of, it was a pretty crazy reason Italy got brought up in the first place. Or Tifa, that entire thing. But yeah, my mum loves Italy. I mean, her maiden name is Bassetti, so that there's Italy on that side of the family going way back. No, I've never been to Italy myself, unfortunately. Oh gosh, are you spearheading this era? Fair play. Gonna dance like you, though. This area does have the energy of, like, we could talk to someone and they'd say, stay away from the summoner, right? Yeah, Ramu, it is a shame this game runs terribly on Steam Deck. I've got it installed there still, but
I'm an ancient.
I've basically only played a few
As in a steward of the planet.
Queen's Blood matches on
One of
there.
those ancients.
And the Gold and Saucer
Or,
minigames might not
to
be
be
too
more
bad,
precise,
maybe.
The only ancient. For the most part, it's been a source of pain. I've been held against my will. I've been watched. I've been ignored. Even hated. And it's been that way ever since I was little. My blood's been nothing but a curse.
Oh, again,
If I ever started to forget, something would remind me of what I was and bring me crashing back down to earth. It was always the same. Time after time. I'd be shown a glimmer of hope, only to have it snatched away. I was never gonna be normal.
Oh, this is a bit quiet, by
That
the way,
much
isn't
was
it?
clear.
There we go. Oh, smile at her. Oh, that. Oh, if I knew you were going to smile like Chandler posing for a photo. Chandler Bim posing for a photo. Okay, I think it worked.
So my blood's been a curse.
I can relate. I
It's
smile
also
awkwardly.
been a blessing. It's brought some wonderful people into my life. Friends that I love. And for once, I think I'm okay. Happy even. And all that pain feels worth it. Even if I can't lead a normal life, there is one thing I can do. Return their kindness. And try to make the most of what I've been given.
Oh. That was really lovely, wasn't it? Yeah, it's easy to forget how much poor Aerith has suffered, considering how bubbly she is, but yeah. Oh, they got the floating lanterns. Oh, beautiful swell of theme going on here, isn't there? This bit is totally made for the live symphonies that they do, isn't it?
There! It is time!
Whoa!
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul
Well
with
done.
light.
Devil May Cry orchestrated live.
Pretty sappy, huh?
Yeah, this really does have some of the best game character modeling ever, doesn't it? I just love it though, because it's all in service of like really earnest, kind of very sweet characterization and storytelling. A lot of goofiness as well with Kate Sif and the like. So it really is a joy just to see that production value used in this way.
So, this is where you've been, Nanaki.
What's up?
I believe it is because
There's something of great import I need to show you. And by that I mean all of you. Join me, would you? What did you all think?
Quick BRB, what time? Okay, it is nearly midnight. I'm gonna do my usual thing of see how much is left of the chapter, which I'm guessing is probably quite a lot, to be honest. Yeah, we'll do a quick BRB and then figure out what we're doing from there. Back in a bit, everyone.
Stay, but I can't ignore the crazy visions of me in LA. I heard that there's a special place where boys and girls can all be queens every single day. I'm having wicked dreams of leaving Tennessee. If Santa Monica, I swear it's calling me. Will make my mama proud. It's gonna cause a scene. She sees her baby girl. I know she's gonna scream. God, what have you done? You're a pink pony girl, and you dance at the club. Oh, mama, I'm just having fun on the stage in my heels. It's where I belong, down at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. Pink Pony Club. I'm up and jaws are on the floor. Lovers in the bathroom and a line outside the door. Black lights and a mirror disco ball.
Damn straight armor. I am a very pink pony girl, specifically. Very happily so. It's a better way of life, I'd like to think. I hope that's the best possible answer. Yeah, so we're like a third of the way through this chapter. So we're definitely not finishing it, which is completely okay. I think we might just try and get to a point of
The ceremony has drawn a number of
Maybe get
tourists
to like a
the
combat-y
vale.
bit and then do a tiny bit of that maybe and call it.
They often speak of how beautiful.
And then maybe I can do some of that off
Even
stream.
moved to tears. It's an overwhelming.
What do you think of all this,
What a beautiful
Chads?
thing it is to travel the world. I only wish that I had been afforded the opportunity to do so sooner.
Always wondering what Chadley think. And when he's not on screen, I'm often asking, where's Chadley? Oh, we got Dragoon ability. Nice, jump. Used a lot of like, what do you call them? Like breach kind of, Actually, yes, we do want that, don't we? Let's get on that.
If there's anything else I can do for you, please let me know. I'm always happy to help. You're fine just the way you are.
Yeah, it's always a pink pony girl.
I want you to know I'm rooting for you.
Aw, I see this. Yeah, this might be one of my favorite chapters in there.
This world is a far cry.
Well, to be fair, we're not even that far in it, but I've loved everything here. Because I wasn't very careful looking at YouTube thumbnails, I did see who we are going to meet in Chapter 11.
Glad to know that Aerith has friends like you to keep her company.
Which is okay, not the end
Was
of the world.
surely the will of the planet. May you cherish it always.
Yeah, I might start playing main story stuff off stream, maybe.
But I thought this door was
sealed so that none may enter. Why, yes, and by my own hand, no less. However, you've a trial to undertake.
Ah, here we go, yeah.
I do?
If you wish to prove yourself and become a Watcher of the Veil, that is. I presume you are prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still got some
I
washing
will
up I
also
need to do
require your
downstairs.
assistance in carrying out the trial. Much danger awaits within, and I wish to ensure his safety.
I should probably
When
call
you're
it fairly soon.
Simply say the word.
I've not left it in a complete mess, the washing up that needs to be done. I've left stuff in soapy water. My drying board is like completely packed with so many things drying on there.
Shall we begin?
Yeah, we'll have a quick look at this then, and
Then off we go.
I think this next section I'll probably largely do off stream. And I'll try and be on this again tomorrow night. We'll see where we are on that. We should be on for Beat Friday at the usual time of like 5
Follow
PM.
the cave where it leads.
British
Keep
time.
as it will take us.
Well, that went down quite well doing Beat Saber at lunchtime last week on Friday. But yeah, I think we will do the usual 5 PM this week. God, I love that purple sword. Oh, I did also fix the triggers on this. I did like a 8BitDo controller software test, and yeah, they were like jittering a bit
Has
on
Nanaki told you anything about his
the sensors and the software. So I was able to kind of change the ranges of those.
Both of them. But it couldn't have been any more different. When our village came under attack, my mother fought with courage, with honor. She faced the enemy and laid down her life to save us. My father, though, he turned tail and ran. He was a coward.
So then, you still haven't forgiven him.
Why would I?
Oh, I see.
You forget they I'll jump in for good measure.
From this point onward, only two may proceed. He who shall undertake the trial and his observer.
Who's gonna observe?
I'll do it.
Oh, fair play, Cloud.
That would render the trial meaningless. But if not him... Ah, you'll do nicely.
Me?
Him? Really?
At least pretend not to hate me.
What's the reason there? Could he sense they had like the least they had like the least kind of synergy and whatnot?
These caves can be perilous, even for seasoned watchers. Be careful.
Blessings of the planet upon you.
I sound like Tifa's voice actress. It probably isn't.
Make sure that you are well prepared.
Actually, I have often had these two in the same party, so I guess that's a good fit. Red is quite fun. I'm not that good at reliably building up the vengeance meter.
You gonna watch my back?
Yep. Burning holes in you right now.
What is this?
I love him like dashing behind us.
We got this covered. You just blow yourself up into enough.
As if I weren't going to already.
Choke on it, give him hell! Oh yeah, another one in the bag.
He's about to go, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Here. Such walls should be well within your power to climb.
Yeah, let's climb a wall and then we'll raid out. Oh, fair play. Actually, that's not completely dissimilar from how he was used in Remake, right? The stuff in Hojo's lab, which did go on quite a while, admittedly. Actually, this is making me think of Ocarina of Time dungeons. Like, climbing about the Deku Tree. But yeah, I think I'll, when I get the chance tomorrow, I'll do a bit of that off stream. Then we might try and stream maybe the finale of Chapter 10. Or similar. But yeah, cheers everyone. As I say, we should do the usual Beat Saber. And then I'll try and stream this tomorrow as well. And I'll try and figure out what I'm doing with streaming this in general, because I would like to, I think this is why I don't tend to stream every major story bit of big games. It can end up taking a while. This has been a good one to do that on though, to be fair, hasn't it? Thank you, Zero. Thank you, friend. Yeah, thanks everyone. We'll rate Shad's great message. Why was Robin Hood French? Yes. That time someone asked. But yeah, probably back on tomorrow, most likely. We'll see how that goes. Bye, everyone.